If you need a new roof, here's the company to use. It's Central Homes Roofing. That's centralhomesroofing.com.
Family business for over 30 years, free inspections and estimates. And this just happened, voted #1 best roofer 3 years in a row in the Orlando Weekly.
Yep. They offer hurricane warranties. They use W-2 crews, so they use their own crews, which is unique in the roofing industry.
He's the brother of Terry Crews. W-2.
And but it helps you out because it's not 1099 crews. These are Central Home Roofing crews.
They know
that
these guys.
Work with them for years. Also, if you need a re-roof, they're offering $500 off, Tom and Dan listeners. So if you have to get a re-roof, contact Central Homes Roofing. Tell them you're a Tom and Dan listener.
Well, they do a lot of repairs that other places won't do.
You're right. Because a lot of roofing companies, they won't even come out to your house if it's not $1,000 worth of repair. Right. But Central Home Roofing will. And because they want to get you as a client and gain your trust and
do a good job for you.
So if you have a small roof repair, give them a call. You have storm damage on your roof that you think is a problem, give them a call. They'll come and look at it.
They got all the Google reviews sitting at a 4.8 star, and they do same-day estimates. It's Central Homes Roofing. Check them out. centralhomesroofing.com.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. If you watch podcast or like streaming, come on over and watch it at Tom and Dan Live on all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of it.
From the Orlando talk show, comedian Ross McCoy is here. How you doing, Ross?
Hey, guys.
And John Graham is here.
Hey.
That guy on TV.com.
Yes.
For our monthly food segment. John, you said you had a name.
Well, I've been rethinking. I'm trying to make it sound classier instead of that guy who brings in the weird crap he bought at 7-Eleven.
I'm sorry I said that to Ross when you were here.
Snacks out.
I do that a lot. I insult people right to their face.
There's this guy that brings in a bunch of garbage and then we eat it and we say it's terrible.
And John's just standing there.
Oh, he's here.
It's also what you wrote on your calendar as a segment. So.
Well, I need to remind myself.
Garbage man on there. And then I was like, "Who's garbage man?" And then
so what do
you think? Snack Scout.
All right.
Snack Scout.
We don't have to use it here. I'm just saying, what do you think?
Snack Scout, like Snacks Out.
It sounds like a pedophile for some reason.
Okay, that one's dead.
Why don't we just stick with what's in my mouth?
Commissioner of Junk Food.
All right. How about Garbage Man? Has anybody said? Okay, here, a new song. Here we go.
What's in my mouth? What's in my mouth? What's in my mouth? In my mouth. It's not a penis. No.
There you go.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, old school reggae.
Good to see you, Garbage Man.
Well, this is American food.
American food. America food.
Yeah.
We'll figure something
This
out.
is our culture, by the way. This is what the rest of the world looks at us, and like these Americans that eat this.
True.
Garbage.
That is absolutely true.
After all the soccer, everybody's like, ranch dressing.
Yeah. That's
what do you love about America? We love their mayonnaise with dill in it.
Yeah, stop watching our movies then, rest of the world.
Get them, Ross.
I've stopped. Because they're all made for China anyway,
That's
right?
true.
Like every Marvel movie, my God.
Yeah.
Can you pander more?
Our sailors will complain about the conditions.
Oh, yeah. They'll jump. They'll fly. I got to get out of here. I know exactly how that feels. I got to get out of here and jump off of this thing.
So what do we got first, John?
Well, actually, first, the one I want to warn people to be on the lookout for. I couldn't find it. It's not here in Florida yet. There is a major soft drink brand that is reformulating. They're not changing the name. It's not like one of those Dr. Pepper with blackberry cream soda or something. They're just changing the formula of their main brand. Have you heard about this?
That's dangerous. That's
7-Up.
7-Up.
Nobody buys 7-Up anymore. Everybody went to Sprite sometime in the 80s.
Well,
there was a brief resurgence when they had that 7-Up Yours commercial that was kind of hot.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's peaked.
Make 7-Up Yours, I'm sorry.
It peaked with The Spot and when it had its own video game.
Yeah, I had that video game
I did
on
too.
Sega Genesis.
I did too.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is good. Even back then, I was like, this is good marketing.
Yeah, whoever thought of this and made this happen, they did it.
Yeah. The game stunk, though. It was real bad.
It was a terrible game. It was a terrible game.
Yeah, be on the lookout for the new cans because they're just going to put them on the shelves. It's going to say lime lemon instead of lemon lime.
Oh, they're just doing the old Dan Tom. yeah,
we're going to do that.
Yeah, so did they get into trouble? Because we've always said if one of us gets a DUI or something, we can flip the name, and new LLC, we're fine. We're fine. It's the mediocre time with Dan and Tom.
Yeah.
You can tell somebody grew up poor when they're very excited about a free piece of media, like Tom with his Sprite game, or I remember very fondly my Square Big Mac record that I got from McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
Like at one point, if you got like a cheeseburger Happy Meal, they gave you a Square record that you could put on your Fisher-Price record player, and it would play the McDonald's jingle for you.
I had that. And don't even get me started on my Noid action figure. I had a Domino's Noid action figure. My dad loved the Noid. He loved him. He's like, he's so mischievous. He's getting into everything. He's going to steal your pizza. The Noid ruled. The Noid is, and I think the Spot and Noid were around the same sort of time. You know,
so this will do nothing for 7-Up, right?
Well, who knows? But yeah, I mean, it's obviously a desperation move. They're not selling enough. They got to try something.
What they should have done, in my opinion, would be to go after the craft spirits sort of and go harder as a mixer.
Could be. I mean, so far I've only seen them saying this is happening.
Right.
I don't know how they're positioning themselves.
Gotcha. Well, here's one that I don't even think you brought in. That if we're just getting things off our chest here, my wife bought the protein Pop-Tarts.
Okay.
That came out. They are horrible. That's the worst thing. Some things are not meant to be healthier or have protein in them. If you want protein, just eat lean meats. Right, and or eat something that's like a raw food. This is They're terrible. It's the worst thing I've ever eaten.
They start putting protein in everything.
No.
People are like, you don't even work out. What do you need this protein for?
Right.
You get your normal amount of protein. Your body can't even process that.
Just
much
eat a strawberry Pop-Tart. You're big and fat. Just eat it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's great.
Well, remember when I brought in the Fruity Pebble protein bars?
Yes. They're still sitting over there.
I thought they were okay, but yeah, Tom, I remember, did not like them.
No, he's not.
Because the protein, it's no matter what, it's chalky and it's thick, and so you're like, you're making whatever you put protein in is not better.
No, and it can only be two flavors. It can only be vanilla or chocolate. That's it.
Yeah.
Like we have determined that's over like 100 years of testing. So anyway,
do you know why they stopped using the Noid?
No, did you find this out?
Did he rape somebody? Or?
I'm not even going to get into it on the radio. Tune into today's Tom and Dan BDM show, and I will tell you why. Or you can look it up on Wikipedia, which is what I just did. But I'm going to recommend wait until the BDM show, and we'll get into it. Why they got rid of the Noid.
I got to give you that's a pro move.
All right. You guys won't even believe it. Okay. I can't believe we never heard of it before.
Tom's writing it down.
Yep.
All right. We got it.
John, let's...
first product.
Yeah.
I have 2 cup noodles. We brought in custom limited time
Why are
flavors
you wearing
before.
them like a bra?
It's called the Madonna.
Got Texas barbecue ramen noodles and Kansas City. So Tom and Dan have got them.
Now,
Tell people which one you got.
This is going to make a lot of people mad, but I think I am dressed and have the beard to be able to say this, that Texas barbecue sucks, and the only barbecue that's good is Carolina-style barbecue.
Vinegar style, baby.
Yeah,
let's do it.
vinegar for life. I hate Texas barbecue, but I'm going to eat these nudes.
So
I'm going in.
All right. I mean,
I do like that they've moved past it's barbecue noodles, and now they're like homing in on regionally barbecue noodles.
The Texas one, I would say it's like smoky and black peppery.
Okay, here's what makes me mad about that.
As I make Dan talk with his mouth full.
Here's what makes me mad about that. It's sodium crazy and it tastes delicious. We've said this before about cup of noodles. If you don't like that, there's something wrong with you. It's made for you to love it. It's everything addicting in it. It's sugar and salt and just fat.
Yeah. It's a barbecue sauce. What I put in my mouth was barbecue sauce and salt.
It's delicious.
And some carbs, and then it's fine.
Here's the Kansas. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
How much are these a package?
They're around $1. It's been a few weeks since I bought these.
If you had no money and just needed pure calories, this is what you should buy.
It's what colon cancer tastes like.
Does 7-Eleven
And
still
Tom
have
knows that from experience.
Does 7-Eleven still have the chili machine?
I think they got rid of chili and cheese because people say we're taking advantage of it.
Because I remember
Ross worked there.
I remember construction workers would take their cup noodle and just top it
Fill
off
it
with
with chili and
chili.
cheese, yeah.
I'm going to give you a hot take. I just went on a diatribe about how I don't like Texas barbecue. The Texas barbecue ramen is better than the Kansas City. That's delicious. Try that. That's delicious.
And Dan,
Ross, here.
I am the guy you were talking about. I hate ramen.
Oh, yeah,
I grew up.
Been icing out
I grew up Italian, so if it doesn't have
gotcha.
if it doesn't have spaghetti sauce and a meatball on top of it, it's not a noodle to me. But I'll give it a shot.
I got you. It's just based on pure spice and heat, and that's good.
Yeah,
right?
the Texas one is way better.
The Texas one rips. Dude. The Texas.
Oh, thanks for giving me the Kansas one.
Well, I mean, you got to try it, and then now we're setting you up for a good one here. I got you.
But again, cup of noodles, like it is sodium and whatever
and fat.
flavor.
Take a look. What is it about?
Well, this whole package,
a day's worth of salt. Or
this
more?
whole package is it's 56% of your daily allowance. It's 1,280 milligrams of sodium, 500. It's 54 grams of carbs. And 13 grams of fat, with a lot of that being saturated, and you can taste it because it's delicious.
Fried noodles.
But by the way, FDA or whoever dictates how they should present these nutrition facts or whatever. When you tell me the percentage of my daily whatever, it does nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, there's no way that I'm like, now I've had 56%, so now the rest of my day I can only have. First, I can't even do the math because I'm like, it's like 40 something or whatever. I'm not then looking at everything else I eat and then making sure that it lines up at 100. No one does that. Right?
No. No.
You don't keep your calculator going all day? And
as far as percentage-wise, like now you're like, I got to keep it down to 40, and then I got 2% left of this.
And the other thing that I think about is once you're reaching into like over 50%, you couldn't dial it back just a little bit to make it just like really? You didn't look at that and go like, you know what? Maybe it should land somewhere in the 40s.
Yeah. I think they got it down as low as possible, and then it was like we're at 53. That's it.
What do you think, Ross?
The worst one is I've lived in Kentucky and Indiana, and you find it in the convenience stores there. Pork brains in milk gravy.
Yeah,
comes in the same kind of little can as Vienna sausages.
Yes,
and I believe it has like definitely over 100% of the cholesterol for your day.
Oh yeah,
just in that little can.
Yeah, oh yeah. Get it where you can.
Voted the most delicious way to get prions. This one, they're both
the
disgusting.
nerd couch is cracking up over there. Tom and I have no idea what you nerds are talking about.
You guys' brains are riddled with prions. Of course you would get that joke. These are both disgusting. Make no bones about it. But I like the Texas one a little bit better because they had quote unquote a little bit of meat in it, and it is soy protein.
Yeah, it's all soy.
It's just soy protein.
There is beef stock in the Texas one and pork stock in the other one, but yeah, it's all either egg white or textured soy.
There you go.
Okay, so there's no meat in it, but it is still spoiled for our vegetarian and vegan friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Again, they weren't thinking, right? Like, why couldn't you have used a vegetable broth of some sort, and then like just use the spices too?
In my kitchen, my one kid has gone vegan, so now like the big joke is like we look at ingredient lists of stuff that is clearly vegan, and we make up something that's not vegan in it. Like there's a lot of you wouldn't believe there's pig bones in this.
Oh, I love pig bones. Yeah.
A lot of bones they use.
They grind them up. Oh, wow. What is that?
Got a frozen supermarket pizza. Do you guys ever eat frozen supermarket pizza?
You know what? My daughter hates pizza.
No,
really?
Yeah.
My dad hated pizza too. It's like
She'll
like saying
eat
I don't
it.
like sandwiches.
She'll eat it, but it has to be expensive it has to be Pizza Bruno.
Like
seriously,
she pizza snob?
Yeah, dude. Like I bring home, thank you, John. I bring home pizza, and Papa John's is gross, Domino's is gross, all the regular pizzas are gross. She'll do Bruno all day, but she likes his chicken wings, the caprese pepper chicken wings that they're phenomenal.
I'm sorry. Me and the wife, and then in between 3 to 4 boys, maybe in and out of the house at any point. So we eat a lot of frozen pizza. We did frozen pizza rankings the other day.
Yeah,
and I was surprised everybody had different top 3, but on everybody's list was Newman's Own. That was like the number.
Yeah.
It wasn't everybody's number 1, but it was on everybody's top 3.
And he gives a portion of a portion of a portion of a portion to charity.
It's true.
I'll get that cheap ass Greenwise Publix.
Wait, who's getting Greenwise? Greenwise is the organic one, right?
No, I thought that was
so.
Publix brand.
It is, but it's the organic brand.
Okay, well, it's the cheapo Publix brand frozen.
And I
pizzas
butchered
my
the name
sons
of
will eat
that chili in the wings. It's Calabrian chilies or something. I butchered the name of the chili.
Publix
This
brand
looks
is
like it.
Publix.
So this is a tombstone
Oh.
pizza. The flavor is loaded bacon cheddar. But can you tell me what's special about this pizza? That's right, Soylent Green. No, I'm kidding.
You brought it here in 30-year-old Tupperware.
It's the crust. What's the crust made out of?
The crust on this pizza is made out of pig bones.
It is interesting. It's not normal. Like,
Is it made of potatoes?
Yeah, potatoes. Which is alleged. Well, because that's gluten free. So this is a gluten free pizza.
Wow. All right.
Instead of cauliflower, they just made it with mashed potatoes. They also have a garlic parm flavor and a chili cheese flavor.
Uno's used to have this. Pizzeria Uno. They used to have a baked potato pizza that you would get, and the whole thing was just like the shell, that buttery, like deep dish shell, and then they would just fill it full of mashed potatoes and then put like all the toppings on the top.
Oh, man.
It was crazy bad for you.
That sounds good, though.
What's
Yeah,
the
it was pretty
percentage of people that currently tell people that they don't eat gluten because it causes them problems, but that is not true biologically? Like,
Oh, you want a percentage.
If you had a scientist be like, no, gluten and your biology does not affect it in one bit.
I've thought about it with me before, right? Because I was having gastro issues before I went to Dr. Powers, and it came back like my results came back like, oh yeah, you can eat bread whenever you want, any kind of bread you want for the rest of your life. You're a bread man. Like you're made to eat bread. So that just got thrown out of the window. But I'd say a solid 40% of people that say that.
Yeah. And then it's like, you got diarrhea and all this stuff, and you drink a gallon of wine a week.
Yeah, you're an alcoholic. That's your diarrhea.
Yeah. And then it's just your other, there's nothing to do with gluten.
It's the gluten. It's the gluten. You got to justify it, right?
You stole my story. I was self-diagnosed lactose intolerant for a while, and then I stopped drinking 2 bottles of champagne at night. I can eat as much cheese as I want.
Yeah. It's amazing when you're consuming poison all the time, and you're trying to blame everything else.
Yeah.
Everything.
Cheese, glug, glug, glug.
Yeah, like I'm very good with almost everything. I thought I had a shrimp onset shrimp allergy. Probably never had it. Like, don't even know. Like I ate shrimp last night, killed it. I just ate 20 shrimp last night, killed it.
And I would say the people who lie at restaurants are really screwing it up for the people who actually have allergies because they just don't believe anybody.
Yeah.
They think, you just don't want to eat starch or whatever.
Right.
So it's like, it'll be fine. And then that person has Crohn's disease and ruins their weekend.
From the chat room, the worst pizza eaten was pretzel pizza from Little Caesars with the pretzel cheese sauce inside of it. That hurts my heart because I like Little Caesars. I'm a Little Caesars
Well, Little
man.
Caesars is one of those, like, sometimes delicious, sometimes what the hell happened?
Yeah, but they based on the fact that the owner paid Rosa Parks. You know, he paid her like apartment bill, I guess, for until he passed away, or maybe he still was. I don't know. There's some
Mr. Caesar paid Rosa Parks' apartment.
Yeah,
Paid it. I'm taking a lot of food stands today, and I love pretzels, but like pretzel buns suck. There should be no such thing as pretzel bread.
Okay.
Let's just have pretzels.
I think I can go with that. Yeah, pretzel on its own is damn fine, but pretzel bun not needed.
Not needed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys have a couple little. Did you eat your crust yet? Because we're going to need the crust for this.
Okay.
Or a new piece of pizza. Got 2 little cups here of a garlicky sauce. Give them a try. Tell me what you think.
Okay, all right.
This is for the folks who,
All right, I'm dipping.
Well, Papa John's and Domino's have garlic sauce, right?
That's good.
Papa John's has garlic butter. They send
That is good.
send you a straight up tub of butter with their pizza.
Oh, yeah.
So this is new in grocery stores. Now here, from where you are, read the name of that out loud.
Papa John's garlic sauce.
Now take a hold of it and look what's between garlic and sauce.
Oh, my God.
What?
They got me.
It's garlic flavored sauce. There's no actual garlic in it. There's essence of garlic and stuff like that. Garlic flavoring.
They can't do...
Yeah.
I don't even... Okay, look, I'm going to do it...
Between garlic and sauce, the word is transparent, so you can't see it.
And that is one of the most blatant lies I think I've ever seen in a product. I'm going to put this on the camera so people can
Did
play
they
along
do that
at home.
on purpose?
Well, I mean,
Put white print on a white background? Yeah, it might have been on purpose.
Are you taking back his get out of jail free card?
Hold on, I'm going to use it right now. That's the fastest someone ever used it. I'm using it. I'm using my get out of jail. Thank you.
You should have saved it. I got way worse stuff loaded.
Okay, so here, I'm going to zero it in. I'm going to move it into the camera, and then you honestly have to get it right up on your nose before you can see. I don't even know if the camera's going to be able to pick it up, to tell you the truth. Here.
And it's because it is a different formulation than the stuff you actually get when you get a pizza.
I'll tell you what, in my family, if we do get cheap pizza, which is not very often, but they fight over, Andrea and Maisie will fight over the dipping garlic. Like, they love that. They love that.
And so if you want to find this, you have to look, because it took me forever to find this I think I bought it in a Walmart. They keep it near the butter and the margarine. You would think it would just be on the shelf with a bunch of other
Ranch
stuff.
and stuff. That's where you think it would be, right?
Yeah, they keep it in the semi-refrigerated section.
Where are we at with margarine? Is that still a thing used by people?
Some. I hardly ever do.
I see it in barbecue a lot. I see it like if you look up a barbecue recipe or something, like a lot of your competition rib guys will say like, no, you got to use margarine. I'm like,
why?
I don't know.
Because it's oilier, maybe. I don't know. I'm a butter guy. Butter all the time.
Yeah, I like butter.
I mean, there's hardly... The reason you didn't want to use margarine was because of the hydrogenated fats, and there's hardly any of that in food anymore. I can't say none.
Huh.
Right.
But, they've dropped way down.
Well, the hot button
like Crisco,
now...
because Crisco is basically nothing but hydrogenated fat, which is why it never spoils.
Right. Right now, the hot button is ultra-processed foods. You see that. You'll see that on every headline.
That's not a legal term
head,
in any way.
Head to toe. You'll see it everywhere. Ultra-processed foods. Everybody's talking about ultra-processed foods. RFK, ultra-processed foods.
Bologna would be an ultra-processed food.
Is it when they take like a bunch of Slim Jims and make it into one Slim Jim or something?
That sounds awesome. I love Slim Jims, man.
They're pretty good.
I remember one time when I was in middle school, I saved my money and I rode up to Winn-Dixie and I bought a big box of spicy Slim Jims, not mild. And I ate every single one of them while riding my BMX bike, and then I had to go behind the Winn-Dixie again and barf my brains out. It almost killed me.
You can't give a kid a box of Slim Jims. That's
the little box.
Yeah.
I'm talking a big, like a family-sized box. I must have consumed 25 Slim Jims at one time.
I tell Max because he doesn't eat anything, and I don't know why. It's a weird, like... Tommy's fine, but Max just doesn't. He doesn't even eat ketchup. Like no sauces. Like in my sister and brother were like this too. Which
I remember your brother being like that.
Like I wonder if it is some weird like. I know it's parenting, a lot of it, and I did take the, me. I'll blame my wife.
I thought you were going to take the fifth. I thought you were going to I take the fifth.
Take the fifth.
Yeah. You're allowed to do that.
Why did it even bring it up?
Why are you just a confessional or something?
I don't even tell anybody my business. That's my business.
When John's in here, he's got a kind face. You feel you're opening up to him because he's a nice man.
That's my business. I take the fifth. I also blame my wife.
Tell me more.
The mom does the parenting.
Take the fifth.
I'm supposed to protect the family.
This is a safe space.
Yeah, I'm your counsel. Shut up.
Dude, if Fauci would have taken the fifth and then blamed his wife, I would have been on his side.
And I saw him, and you know what he did before? He's eating Slim Jims. I saw a big old box of Slim Jims. I saw you eating Slim Jims, Fauci.
She told them. Anyway, but I tell him, I'm like, the processed foods give you colon cancer. And then now,
that doesn't do anything?
And then now he just screams colon cancer when he's eating some.
Oh, it's a joke now. Oh, he's funny. Your boys are funny.
Did you ever take a lighter and set fire to a Slim Jim as a kid?
No.
They burn like a candle, man.
John, that is something you've been withholding from us? Oh, we're doing the Slim Jim challenge.
At least they used to. I haven't eaten one in probably 20 years.
Yeah, they may have changed the...
There's just so much beef tallow in them. You remember, you could squeeze them and see the fat ooze out like toothpaste.
That was some of that was the worst part. That's why when you eat them, you peel and you hold the plastic. You never touch the plastic. It gets all on your hands. And then it gets on your Xbox controller. At least that's because of it, right? Because of your kid when you're eating it. Anyway, what else we got here?
Got some Cheez-Its, new flavor of Cheez-Its.
Are you? Where are you at with Cheez-Its in your
particular,
house?
This one's for Dan. I'll tell you what the flavor is after you give them a try.
We are a Cheez-It household. Although Maisie's trying to clean up our eating, like she demanded last night that even though we went out to eat, she said that's the last time we can go out to eat. We got to cook now because she's like kind of the health nut in the family.
I will tell you, this is a limited edition, and I love it says on the packaging, does not contain alcohol.
Huh. Why did you say that?
Well, you'll know once I tell you what the flavor is.
Four Loco flavored.
Margarita flavored or something?
Beer cheese flavored. But licensed to a particular beer.
Pabst.
Nope. Coors Light.
Oh, I love Coors Light. That's my beer.
Pick this up at Target just for Dan.
Yeah, C minuses are my beer. Those are lightly spicy. They taste like every other spicy, because all it is salt dust all over it.
It tastes a little ranchy.
Here, now that you know there's beer in them, try one more and see what you think. But yeah, the beer is baked into the cracker. The dusting on the outside is paprika, onion, garlic powder, MSG. Did I say red pepper? And
those are good.
And as far as I know, these are just at Target.
Those are good. Those are very good.
Yeah, I kind of get the hint of beer a little bit. Which is, like they could have just kept the cheese, not the beer. It's like who's this marketed to?
People who drink Coors. No, they're just they're going after the Coors argument.
I think Cheez-It is trying to do what Oreo does.
Exactly.
I mean, we've had so many different iterations of Cheez-It, and nothing to me gets better than standard. You got to have the regulars. Then you got to have, I like the white cheddar ones, and then the extra toasties.
I was going to say the burned ones.
The extra toasty or burned Cheez-Its, that's the finest Cheez-It in my house. That's the one that the house goes crazy for, the burnt Cheez-Its. We love them.
It's all just pressed dust, right? Like all these things, like
ultra processed dust, pressed and then baked.
Yeah.
It's not like really a cracker.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a case to be made that like bread, because flour is just dust at the end of the day. Like,
Dust of the wind, we all are.
Yeah.
Kansas.
Yeah. Everything in dust form, not good.
Kumbaya.
Yeah, true. Real food, raw food, right? That's what we're supposed to be eating.
Sure.
Have you ever encountered someone who doesn't like Cheez-Its?
Yes.
I just ran one person
cheese
who
nibs.
One person who worked in the fireworks tent.
Sunbeam.
There's a person who worked in the fireworks tent like 2 summers ago, and just for whatever reason, Cheez-Its, anytime they came, you could literally chase them around with Cheez-Its, like a vampire with garlic or something. They hated Cheez-Its that much.
Disgusted by them?
And no reason given. Just don't like Cheez-Its.
And Maisie goes back and forth between Cheez-Its, and then the chat room mentioned it, and Pepperidge Farm Goldfish.
Yeah.
Which is the only...
I was never a Goldfish kid.
Yeah, every kid that's been born in the last 50 years, I feel like, or 40 years, 35 at least.
They had real good commercials when we were kids, basically.
Yeah, and then they got all the different characters. Then they put a smiley face on it, and she loves them, and she likes the multicolored ones, you know, like, I don't know.
And they did a good job. You know how they got our generation? They had all the fish swimming one way, and then one fish swimming the other way.
Yep. March to the beat of your own drummer, Ross.
Yep. Does Maisie not want like goldfish anymore because of how it's perceived as a baby food? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Max was eating like Uncrustables for lunch in elementary school, and then I went to go.
Hey, we got a baby over here.
I went to go throw an Uncrustable, and he's like, "No, don't." He's like, "I will not eat
Make
that."
Make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, sir.
Yeah. Sandwich only. He doesn't want the perception of Uncrustable is a baby food.
I want a bratwurst sandwich with raw onion, Dad.
Maisie takes her lunch right now, which is wild, and she gets up every morning and makes it herself because Andrea and I are not going to make it. She makes herself.
She makes it herself?
She makes her own lunch.
That's an option.
You got to try it. It's pretty awesome. She takes every day, and it has to be Cardini brand.
Okay.
She takes a Caesar salad with chicken every day to
what? Was she Devil's Wear product? I'm not joking. If I told my son to make their lunch for school, they wouldn't do it because they're like, I'm not hungry now. I know how they think.
I'll video it. She makes her lunch every morning.
Like they would, and because they would rather. They're like, I'm not hungry now. They would think I won't be hungry by then. They're planning ahead, and just because of the pain in the ass, they wouldn't even prepare.
She rips the lettuce and rips the ribs out of. Like what do you call that? It's not iceberg. It's the other lettuce. Romaine. Mm-hmm. She doesn't like the ribs, so she rips the sides off of it, and she makes a big batch of that and puts it in her little thing, and then she puts a little bit of Parmesan cheese. She likes the shredded kind, and then she'll cut up the chicken and put it on the other side, and then she had a little tiny cup, and if it's not Cardini's, she can't eat lunch. Mm-hmm. I'll have to go to Publix immediately and get Cardini. He's apparently the guy that invented Caesar salad, and she read the back of the thing, and the marketing worked, and now she's like in. She's Cardini for life. She'll ask. We'll go to a restaurant, Caesar salad. She'll ask some places. Like last night, we're at a restaurant, and she's like, "This isn't Cardini's." She's like, I don't like it. I gotta have the Cardini's.
Does she like it with the anchovies?
Yeah, because don't tell her if she doesn't know.
I think true.
She does know it has anchovy paste in the. Right. Well, some do in the dressing.
True Caesars.
She does know that she wouldn't eat an anchovy, and it doesn't seem to bother her. We got over that hump somehow. I don't know. We didn't do anything. It's in her brain.
Like Worcestershire sauce has anchovies in it.
Yeah, Andrea's in there.
They just dissolve in the vinegar, so you're drinking fish eyeballs and everything.
Yeah, I like it. I love. I've been kind of getting on a sardine kick, like a tinned fish kick. like the weirder ones. Anyway, what else we got now?
All right, here I got 3 things, but here I'll just kind of toss 2 out at the same time. Chips Ahoy has an unidentified flavor product.
I talked about this with my family last night.
So here I'll start that one with you.
Yeah,
it's okay. I can't quite figure out what it is.
Here, Ross, you want to grab one?
And then, do you guys like moon pies?
I've never liked them because I'm not a big marshmallow guy.
Gotcha.
Are we skipping right past the fact that if you guess the flavor of this Chip Ahoy, you can win $25,000 according to the side of the box?
That's pretty good. It's a soft baked Chip Ahoy.
So here, we'll stick with this one for now. Yeah, what do you guys think? I've got to guess. For the folks at home, the chips in them are clearly white, so there's no indication. Yeah. It's not chocolate. It's not blueberry.
We have the opportunity to talk to Larry Wilcox, the real white chip, next week. Eric Estrada is not going to be at that particular con. That's good, but I don't know what it is.
And then their boss, who is Chris Pine's dad, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know, I do not have a refined palate. Like, my palate is dull. And
You pretty much taste dust, right?
Just like, I taste like sweet and salty, and that's about it. And like, so when I eat something sweet, my brain can't figure out what it is, or even how to describe it, except for it's just sweet.
That's good, though. I like those.
You know what? If that is it, and you win $25,000 for saying sweet, I'm going to be so mad.
The correct answer is my brain can't tell. This flavor is called my brain can't tell.
I'm going to say
it's definitely vanilla-ish. Right?
it's got a little bit of maple to me. I'm going to say maple.
I feel a little bit there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
animal
leaning
cracker.
towards like a birthday cake.
Okay.
I don't know, because a lot of things are birthday cake flavored now, and I can't figure out what that is. I think it's vanilla and butter flavored.
They 100% have birthday cake flavored soft chew.
So probably not this. Okay.
Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy's already.
Yeah.
Wedding cake.
Oh, it's
We'll go with wedding
Chips
cake.
Ahoy.
I'd love to see some of these marketing campaigns and like behind the scenes of like what worked better and stuff, because this just seems like a giant dud that won't like capture the imagination of anybody, and no one will be excited about it. Like, kids they're not like, oh, guess the flavor, eating it because you know what I'm saying?
In a world when it's on the shelf next to Oreos by like literally the most popular band in the world, it seems a little. It's like, oh, mystery Chips Ahoy.
Those were good. The BTS Oreos, we tried them. They were great.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they were really good.
And I don't know
Korean pancake flavor or something like that. Yeah, they were great.
Like, I've hammered into my son's head that any contest and lottery and your chance to win, you'll never win, no matter what. Impossible.
That's fun. Yeah, and then it's carried over to life. Like, you'll never do anything. You'll never win anything.
Yeah, I'm like, choose the regular path.
We all die alone.
You'll never win regular path. Like, it just doesn't seem like this at the end of the campaign when they start going over the results with the higher ups. Like, this did nothing, right? Like.
They're going to be disappointed that Chips Ahoy fever didn't sweep America.
I don't know. Some marketing.
Well, they made a mistake. It shouldn't be a soft baked cookie. Chips Ahoy to me is a hard ass crispy cookie.
Boy, we're having all kinds of disagreements. I love the soft baked Chips Ahoy.
I like crispy cookies.
Yeah, cookies to me should be crispy. Like even if I make cookies at the house, I want them. I like crispy cookies. Soft bake, it almost makes me feel like. Remember when they did soft batch?
Yeah, when those first came out,
they
seemed like they were just chemically soft.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's exactly. It was like, how did they
fabric softener?
Yeah, how did they soften this?
I thought Dan was going to say that this one is probably a failed product. Like, they spent 6 months working on the flavor, and it said not enough people like this. We'll call it the mystery flavor.
That's a good idea.
The pivot, there's some marketing pivot out.
But that printing, I will say that the only thing that would make me go back on that, because I know we try to figure out what's going on here on this particular segment, is that the printing on that, you've got some like shiny cellophane and stuff. That's a lot more expensive than your standard packaging. You know what I mean? Like, they could have just rolled that out regular and it would have been fine. But I bet you that costs more money to make the shiny cellophane on the Chips Ahoy box. Here, I'll hold it up.
It's also like Halloween colors. A little bit.
Yeah, it is kind of Halloween-y. Like, it looks like crime scene tape.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a restaurant that I frequent once in a while that has already started dressing for Halloween. And I did the math. They're going to be doing Halloween for like the next 90 days.
I didn't know you go to Twin Peaks. Me and Ross are Twin Peaks men. We'll saddle up there. Look, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark's got her ass hanging out.
You know what? One of these Mondays, we're going to go do the show from Twin Peaks. Okay. And then
let's do What's in My Mouth from there with John Graham. I know what's in my mouth.
I will spend the entire episode talking you into watching Twin Peaks.
All right, what do
I got two more, so this one, we can do this one quick. These are the latest moon pie. They're peach
When
flavored
will
moon
moon pie understand that they're not good?
I think it depends on the flavor.
It's a regional taste.
I like the banana ones.
The poll is weird.
People who grew up with moon pie like it, and people who just encounter it later in life are like, oh my god, marshmallow cookie sandwich, gross.
Well, it's because it feels weird in your mouth.
Nostalgia, right?
Like, I understand that Heinz ketchup is like garbage and you should put it on the food, but I grew up with it, and it tastes good to me because that's what I had as a kid.
Yeah, I agree.
I just don't think the peach is that strong in these. I know some people love them, and they think so this is the first ever moon pie I've really loved. And I'm just like, I can't quite tell it's peach.
Moon pies, it's just not, they're not for me. Mm-hmm. I'm not a moon pie person.
I'd never been into marshmallow,
Me neither. Maybe a s'more, but that's like a toasty, like kind of a gooey. I like that.
See, but
I've never been into, fluff.
S'mores are a location food. Like if I will not eat a s'more outside of camping.
Oh my God! What kind of American are you? I will not eat a s'more outside of camping.
Because that's the whole point. Because it's like we're eating s'mores while we're camping.
What about tableside? You'll never, because that's popular in a lot of restaurants. They do the little flame.
No. Because it has to be my son's. We have to be in like the camping scenario because that's the whole point of it.
What if we let you get under the table and pretend it's a tent?
Table tent.
Yeah.
It's kind of like hot dogs are the same way for me. Like
No, we can have those for dinner.
See, I like a hot dog with an outdoor barbecue in a barbecue scenario, or like an event in some way.
You only eat Chinese food in China?
It's a food that represents like more of an occasion, rather than just eating it just to eat a hot dog. Like eating a hot dog on a random Tuesday inside my house. Cooking, boiling
You're
it. You're
going to spoil Hot Dog Tuesday. You really aren't fun. Ross is right. You'll never amount to anything, and I'm canceling Hot Dog Tuesday.
You're right, though, Tom, because like if you catch me eating peanuts in the shell anywhere other than a ball game, it's not me.
Oh, my God. I did it while watching Live PD on my vacation. I sat there with Maisie. We ate peanuts in the shell watching Live PD.
Yeah, but you were in Georgia in a riverside cabin.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
I'm just saying that if you're doing it at your house on a Wednesday, screw you, Peanut Wednesday.
Peanuts or sunflower seeds to me are a drive-in food.
Yeah, okay.
Because you can just spit them out the window.
Oh, gross, John. Wow, my God, you're an animal.
Yeah. Or you're going to get some in that side little pocket that you put your change in.
Yeah, you are. You're going to get a couple down the side of your car.
Regular moon pies are disgusting. This is very good. I like this.
Okay, that's a fair assessment.
For whatever reason, the peach makes the fact that you're biting into a marshmallow sandwich tolerable.
Yeah. Are most moon pies this size, or is this a mini moon pie?
No, this is most of the ones that have different flavors are mini moon pies.
Okay, I can do a mini
because they come in
moon pie.
A package of like 12 or 16 or whatever.
Yeah.
Instead of like just the large singles. There's some flavors, like I think the large singles do come in chocolate and. Wow, I stopped talking there. And banana and I think maybe vanilla or something like that.
So because of the whole pushback of processed foods, I've seen some of these companies...
Not on our show. We go right for it. We show you all the processed foods.
Like
Colon Cancer Thursday.
Well, they pivot and then start trying to... Because there's no really way to make any of these products without it being processed.
Oh, they're trying and they're garbage.
Yeah, but you could, through marketing... trick people into believing that they're less processed in some way. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
you mean like Kellogg's is getting rid of food dyes?
Yes,
or
yes.
chemical, whatever.
Like,
they're only using natural food dyes.
Well, like Utz, the chip company does this with their ruffles.
Like, no more of these type chemicals, and everybody's like, yeah, but it makes no difference with the colon cancers. I'm still here.
Like Utz potato chips, they'll just say on the bag, it'll say like 3 simple ingredients. Potatoes, salt, and oil. You know, it's like...
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know about that. You know, like, I think you're just rebranding. I think it's always been something like that. I don't think potato chips are high on the list of non-ultra-processed foods.
Yeah. Like, I think it's the process that gets you.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere
Trust the process. That's what I've heard my entire life.
My kid who went vegan, he's like, does a lot of smoothies now.
Okay.
He's smoothie crazy, and he came home with he's the weightlifter one, too, so, like, a lot of protein powders. He came home with this protein powder that it was, like, peanut butter protein powder, and it had, like, all the usual stuff on the side, like this many vitamins, this much riboflavin, you know, all the percentages, right?
Sure.
And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I look at the ingredients, it says peanuts.
Okay.
It's dust. It's back to dust.
It was just ground up peanuts. There was literally no other ingredient. And I was like, wow, they're really making a lot of hay out of the fact that there's peanuts in this jar.
What do we got next?
Last one, we were talking about how Oreo and Cheez-Its are doing all these flavors. A company that hasn't really done a lot of that is Tootsie Pops.
All right.
Because they're actually owned by a family. Well, they own like 51% of the stock.
The Tootsie family.
Yeah, that's the...
Which, oddly enough, is a man dressed as a woman. Right.
It's the Gordon family in Chicago.
That's an old movie reference that only one person will laugh at.
Say it again?
Dustin Hoffman.
No,
Let me hear it again.
Everybody watches Dustin Hoffman films.
I hate that. Why
you remember the
isn't-
movie Tootsie with Dustin Hoffman?
Oh, sure.
Why isn't it the Tootsie family and the Gordon? I hate that. God, I hate that more than anything.
So you wanted them to call these little lollipops Gordons.
Why
Gordon Pop.
Yeah,
Pop a Gordon in your mouth, Ross. What do you think?
Why does the Gordon family
Gordon
own
rolls.
Tootsie Pops? Why? God.
Because in
were smart way back
1929,
when.
some dude smoking a pipe thought that sounded like something a kid would eat, as opposed to a Gordon Pop.
And everybody remembers the commercials with that wise ass owl that goes,
One.
a 2, a 3, a 3.
Yeah, but they did it with Reese. Like there was a Reese family.
Yeah.
And some of the family's mad.
And
Yeah,
they're tearing
they
themselves
saw it.
apart. Yeah, we've talked about this on this show because Ross, he had a really hot take on the last Friday Free Show about how the panache or the peanut flavoring in Reese cups now is garbage.
Absolutely.
And you share the same sentiment, I believe, of the son. That he says the same things. Like they changed the formula; they're not good anymore.
And that was actually one of the more active discussions in the BDM group this week. Was like people chiming in with peanut butter cups they like and don't like.
And I still contend, just make your own. Just make Buckeyes and just make
Butter
your
good, yeah.
own. You know, and use quality peanut butter.
So have you guys ever had, they call them Tootsie Rolls, the fruit ones.
No, I don't like them.
Don't like those?
Tootsie
You're probably
Rolls.
not going to like this, but we'll try it. So what they've done is they've taken Tootsie Pops and put those flavors on the inside. So we've got three. We've got blue raspberry on the outside, and then cherry Tootsie Roll on the inside, strawberry on the outside, lemon on the inside, and green apple on the outside, watermelon on the inside.
It's all watermelon on the inside.
Which one do you guys want to try?
I'll try one.
Let's see. We'll try the watermelon.
Probably super disgusting for radio.
Wow,
to
I
be
don't know.
sucking
I was
on a
going to say, because that's the
lollipop.
thing about these. How the hell are you going to get through this before the end
I
of
don't
this
think I
segment?
can. I don't
think
think
Well,
it's
you
just-
do like the owl.
You'll have to do like the owl and just bite into it. Yeah.
Crush your teeth.
That I break my veneers out.
Your big Gary Delabates. A lot of people don't know that you and I both have giant veneers.
yeah.
Ross you're the only one with real teeth here, right?
Yeah,
Me
that's
and
why-
Tom, we got veneers a long time ago. We used to have a sponsor, and we worked a double deal like we did with the air conditioning company, where we both got a double set of veneers.
But you only got the tops and Tom got the bottom.
Correct. All bottoms.
He got the dog, the bounty hunter.
Tom, you like things that are named after the people who made them. I came across this fact yesterday, and it surprised me because, like, when I was a kid, I read a lot of books, and there's not a lot of words I've never encountered before, right?
Okay.
And I'm watching a mini documentary, as one does, and this guy's going through, like, you've been to the Power Spot Warehouse, and you've seen that we have, like, pallets with big boxes on them full of, like, everything.
Yeah.
And so this guy's going through a box on a pallet full of wire, and he's like, "This looks like brass. It'll probably melt down. I'll probably get about this much per pound." These are the kind of mini documentaries I watch. And then he said, "That's just this one Gaylord, though." And at first I thought I didn't hear him right, and I rewind the video, and he goes, "That's just this one Gaylord, though." And I'm like, "Is he?" And I've never seen this guy's content before, so I'm like, "Is that just a word he tosses out? What is going on here?" So I looked up Gaylord word origin, right? And it turns out, way back when they first came up with the idea of putting big boxes on pallets, the company that made all of them was the Gaylord Company, and they'd put Gaylord boxes on the side of all the boxes. So, like, at a certain point in history, just it became just common for dudes, pallet jacking dudes, to call the boxes on the pallets Gaylords.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what are they lifting the Gaylords with? Their palms, Gaylord palms.
There you go.
There you go. That's how it works out.
Atrium.
Tom's dream job. If you follow the show. I got to say right off the rip, because I tried to bite that, and I think I did some damage to my back teeth. But I will tell you, the quality of the sucking candy on that is very good. That's a really tasty lollipop.
I got the sour apple too, and I love a sour apple.
And I've loved this since before I was 50 years old. I like really well flavored hard candies.
Sure.
Like, I love a hard candy. I love a lollipop. Like, I love, like, just sucking on some sugar, man. Love it.
Do old people still consume hard candy?
Well,
Not as
we're
much.
eating them right now, so I'm going to say.
Not as much. I don't think it's
But
the
I don't know. I mean, Walgreens still has a whole chunk in the store, just like the peppermints and the Werthers and the sour balls and all that kind of stuff. Nobody? I said sour balls, and nobody said anything.
I like sour balls. I mean, no, I'm
the second I said sour balls, like, okay,
no, we're
joke's
very
coming.
serious. No, we're very serious about sucking candy, John.
So, because old people used to be the cliche had hard sucking candy.
Well, because their
dish.
mouth is dry.
I've got a
Is
butterscotch somewhere in my purse.
Yeah, it wets their mouth down so they can sing the hymns at church.
Isn't it because your taste buds like slowly die over time, and then at a certain point in your life, you can only taste the extremes of sweet and salt, basically?
Yeah. That's why most old people are always eating a bag of Sour Patch because they got nothing left. They just need extremes.
Yeah. So
Well,
this
probably is why grown-ups like coffee and kids don't. We like hot sauce and kids don't.
Yeah,
You know, just
my kid likes Texas Pete. Oh, it's her favorite.
Yeah, these lollipops are fine, or
They're good,
like,
yeah.
there's,
when I was a kid, I didn't like Tootsie Pops. I don't know if it's the getting older and taste changing. It was like so cherry and chocolate. That doesn't make any sense.
I'll describe something to you that may trigger other people to, and I want you to write me if you had this memory too. There was a sweet spot on a Tootsie Pop, also on Blow Pop, but mainly on Tootsie Pop. Man, I'm getting excited about this. Where you would be eating the lollipop and you'd get the candy shell down to it was like a millimeter left, and then you'd bite. And it would give you this delicious, because the Tootsie Pop had been warmed in your mouth, so you were able to chew it. And then the outside candy part would give you these little crystal candy crunchies inside the Tootsie. And then you would crunch it up, and it was awesome. Like, you were like, I'm here. And you can do it with a Blow Pop, too. The gum starts getting these little tiny crunchies in it. And you're like, this is why I did this. This is why I did this.
like you're eating a light bulb.
Yes.
Filled with some gum or whatever.
Exactly.
It's the opposite of a jawbreaker, which always got worse as you worked your way to the center.
Yeah, it lost flavor.
Yeah,
Correct.
it was just garbage.
And color, eventually it would just be like a humongous white ball of no taste.
Just gross powdered dust.
Tom is a humongous white ball of no taste.
So,
You should have saved that get out of one jump free card, Tom.
I feel like today it's weird because the products you brought in before, but like more chemically.
No,
heavy, like
RFK
more,
is working on you. He's got to
I will say,
do your break.
this is the first time in a while I didn't have to bring the ice chest. There was nothing that needed refrigeration.
Okay,
other than the
right,
pizza, but I took that out of an oven like 90 minutes ago.
Yeah, it was good.
All these foods could be unwrapped and left out for a long time, and you could still technically eat them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we do. In my house,
They won't go. They won't mold. There's nothing.
Well, you got cheese that's sitting out in the lobby from the last time I was here.
Yeah, I don't think those are open, really. I don't even know if we got to those.
Let's all put our unfinished lollipops on a shelf in the kitchen and leave them there for 1 year.
Okay.
Then come back to
It'd be
it.
fine.
And they come back to it. That's how you get ants, archery.
Like, I think it's just the bacteria in our mouth was what would cause them to go bad, and not.
I'd clean my mouth. I don't know about you.
Does candy go bad? Really?
Well,
like,
what kind?
Like a Tootsie Pop. Like, I mean, it doesn't, right?
I mean, in Florida, it'd probably get cruddy because of the humidity.
Right, it'd get a little
start to
sticky.
melt or something.
Sure.
Yeah. It's like those the ice cream dum dums or whatever that don't melt, like they're frozen, and then you leave them out, and they just stay like they'll just get hot, and they'll maintain their shape and integrity.
Yeah.
And then people went crazy online because of it.
Does anybody know what he's talking about?
Like,
Is this me?
I'm an ice cream dum-dum.
Okay.
The ice cream
It's a
cones.
TikTok thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the ice cream cone dum dum. I think is it or yum yum.
Dum Dum's a
Do you mean
lollipop. as far as I know.
Drumstick. There it is. The drumsticks.
Oh, the irony here.
Just, like these days, they put more carrageenan in ice cream.
What's carrageenan?
Seaweed. That's all it is.
Ew, you're ruining it for me.
But doesn't it sound scary? That's the thing. The TikTok health people, the ones who are not wearing a shirt in the grocery store, always like stand there, seed oils and all that stuff.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he lives in Costa Rica.
So yeah, it's just seaweed. It makes it last longer.
Wow,
Yeah,
I did not know seaweed had that power.
Yeah. It's a food thickener.
It just doesn't. It just stays there. Doesn't melt. As you're eating a hot ice cream, and you're like, "What is this?"
Right. Right.
I think in reality, it probably is just something that food companies can find in the ocean for free that they're putting in our food.
yeah. They realize.
We can steal the seaweed and dump our trash.
There's a lot in the ocean. A lot of seaweed.
Oh, yeah.
Just washes up. Anyway, John, that guy on TV is your website.
.com. Yep, you got it.
So contact John.
Snack Hunter.
If you, Snack Hunter is good.
Somebody wanted grams of fat.
On which product?
For your name. For your name. Grams of fat.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. I don't know if he wants to. I don't know. I mean, they'll work on so they'll give you some
Well,
suggestions.
I was so happy to get out of high school and graham cracker. Everybody calls you graham cracker. And now that's the easiest way to explain to people how to spell my name. Like crackers.
Graham crackers are a purity treat. They were invented by
Sylvester Graham.
Yeah, and
he thought they would cure you of alcoholism and chronic masturbation.
Yeah, so when you
tried?
He's the same kind of lunatic as Kellogg.
Yeah, I love graham crackers.
Coffee enemas and bran would save you.
I am definitely an old man because a little stack of graham crackers. Oh, I love. My dad loved graham crackers. That's in the blood, man.
It's hard to find the ones that have the cinnamon and sugar that's sandy, crunchy on it.
They don't really have.
They kind of just spray them on.
If Dan likes graham crackers, I think we've disproved the theory that they cure alcoholism and chronic masturbation.
Normally, I eat them after I masturbate. So it's weird.
All right, Ross, you going to be anywhere?
Just say the date. We'll have tickets on sale in September for the next Orlando the Mo Comedy Jam at the Orlando Funny Bone.
Awesome.
10/17, if I didn't say the date.
And we will see you tomorrow.
It is a corporate time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom. We going to do some Weird Job Wednesday.
Yeah. Do we have any business to get out of the way up front? Because I know, well, for BDMs, if you're not a BDM member, here's what I would say. Tom has been dropping so many new things, like little secrets that BDMs get first. I'm not even going to say them here. You'd have to sign up to learn about a lot of them. But you can sign up at tomandan.com/registration. That'll get you in. That'll get you in the group. That'll get you extra shows. That'll get you to private events. That'll also get you in the Facebook group. And these people have been, you've been dropping some hits on them lately, man.
I'll describe it as you're joining a Central Florida community of people. And it really expands around the world, but the majority of BDMs are in Central Florida.
We have a guy coming from England this Friday.
Yeah. I mean, we have BDMs all around.
All over.
Every single state in the United States. I was looking at yesterday because Love That Neighbor has listeners in every state except for North Dakota and Montana.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Real men. There are real men there. They don't want to hear it. I don't have time for any relationship advice. I have a relationship with my gun and the moose I just killed. All right, so let's do Weird Job Wednesday. Let's do it. Hold on. I'm unprepared. There we go. Tom wanted to do a bit. He called it Weird Job Wednesday. Dad really likes it. Tom says that's bullshit. It's another Weird Job Wednesday. What are you doing? What is your job? Are you neat? Are you tidy? Or are you a fat slob? Do you make lots of money and you sit up in your tower looking down on all the people who are working by the hour? It's a Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Oh yes, it's Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Weird Job Wednesday brought to you by Core Flooring right there in Winter Park.
Yeah.
If you need some flooring, contact Corey at Core Flooring, Winter Park.
Corey's the best in the biz. If you need floors, he will certainly get you taken care of.
With us today on the couch, we've got Billy. How you doing, Billy?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for being here, man.
Thank you guys for having me.
So, Billy, I shook Billy's hand, and
Did he break your hand?
he crushed my weak podcast. Right?
Yeah.
And it made me. I actually.
Like, you don't look like Rogan.
And it reminded me to have.
You need to work on your grip.
Have a stronger handshake. Well, I got carpal tunnel until my hands are weak.
That's okay, hold on. You get points for that because that means you've been using your hands.
No, it's genetic. Yeah, but anyway, Billy.
You come from a long line of weak-handed men.
Yeah. And Billy is a commissioner of the Claremont Knights Youth Football League.
There you go.
Coach for the 10 and unders, and former Marine, which probably explains the hard handshake. Marine football coach at hard handshake.
Yeah.
So Billy, so let's talk about how you got involved with the Claremont Knights organization.
Well, basically, I mean, it came out to where my family, we moved from Staten Island, New York, about 4.5 years ago.
All right.
Settled in Claremont, just out of nowhere.
Okay.
Trying to find a place to get away from, to find new.
It's nice out there. I like Claremont.
Oh, no. I'm talking about get out of Staten Island.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Well, it's got some hills in Claremont, so it's kind of like, this is like,
but
upstate
not
New York
very
a little bit.
islandy.
No. So, I mean, we got here, and I wanted my son at that point, he's 10 now, I wanted him to hopefully follow in my footsteps if he wanted to do that, and I gave him the opportunity. So I reached out to multiple football leagues and trying to find out, and the president of the Claremont Knights, Nino Gargano, he reached out and said, hey, we're open, come on out, and that was 3 years ago.
Is Nino from New York as well?
Originally from Staten Island.
I was going to say, everybody, Claremont, it's Claremont here.
But he's been here for years. I mean, he's been running Claremont Knights for over 25, 30 years.
Oh, man, good on you, Nino. That's a commitment.
Right.
Very cool.
I mean, it's definitely a commitment. If you don't have a strong family.
Work. Yeah.
I mean, my wife's involved in the league. She's a team mom for cheerleading.
Right on.
You need that, because if you don't have a core family, it's going to be tough.
So, Billy, let's talk about youth sports. Did you grow up playing football as a kid?
I did. So my dad would bring me to Pop Warner in New York. I played baseball in New York, but football was my love.
You're a Yankee or a Met?
I'm a New York fan.
Okay, all right.
Same
so
thing
you
with the
hate
Jets.
you hate my Braves. You hate them.
Oh, I'm just a New York fan, and I just stick with it no matter what.
Gotcha.
There's no ins or outs.
Love it.
But once I started playing, it was great. My high school didn't have football till my senior year. So I just played Pop Warner up until that year. Played there, and I mean, I loved the sport. I played all the way up until semi-pro, to where my job just couldn't allow me to do it anymore.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
Playing semi-pro, what's that like? I mean,
it's everything without a paycheck.
Yeah, yeah, like the indoor guys, like the Predators, like that we have here. You know, we're making peanuts.
Well, same thing. It's mostly guys who never really went anywhere else, or they had a family, or they had a job,
other commitments,
and that was it. Because we played against guys. We played against the NYPD team and the fire department team, and they had one of their guys who played for the San Diego Chargers.
Who's tougher, cops or firefighters?
Oh, they're both wussies.
Yeah, right answer. Get them.
Now, Billy, I did play pro football one year. No big deal.
Yeah. You can tell by your handshake, right? You can tell by the handshake. You're like, this guy.
So you were the holder.
I got it in one play, -6 yards. It's a long story.
Yeah,
I'll save that to another day.
Well, we could use the other song I wrote in that. We'll do that. We'll do that.
Yeah. So, Billy, let's talk about the difference. Okay, well, like coaching kids with football, what are some of the things that you're allowed to do now or not allowed to do that you were back in the day? Because I did play Pop Warner when I was in the 50-pounders, and we talked a little before the show started. They don't go by pounds your weight anymore.
That's only for seafood restaurants now.
Right,
they weigh you for how much you can eat.
So right now, basically what they're doing is it's basically age. So if you hit after July 15th, the cutoff is July 15th for age-wise.
Okay.
Not weight, because we have some kids that are way over 50 pounds.
Got some chunky monkeys out there. Yeah.
But dude, I'm saying, when I drop my sons are small. My wife hates it, and I'm almost convinced.
You gotta start pumping. You gotta eat them ice cream and hot dogs.
No, you get the HGH. They do that now. Other parents have talked to me about it. They don't openly like to talk about it. They're like, HGH.
It's 4 things. HGH, it's peptides, hot dogs, and ice cream.
And you can get a big old 7-footer. You just grow them. But anyway, they're like undersized. And when I drop them off at middle school, I'm looking at other kids, and I'm not even joking. It doesn't even there are some kids.
You thought there was a resource officer. It was a kid. It was a kid.
There are some kids that are more than double the size and weight of my sons, towering over them to the point where, oh my God, it doesn't even look like Tommy's in 7th grade. There are 7th graders that are 6 foot
pushing
tall.
6 foot.
Yeah.
Look, I know I'm 5'2". I know when I go to meet the teacher, I'm meeting a kid. I thought it was a teacher.
That are 230 or something like that. And Tommy's 70 pounds, just tiny stick bug.
He'll get there.
So there are differences. You could be a 10-year-old, big, small.
Right. I mean, last year we played against Toho. They had a 12-year-old who was 6'8".
Yeah, but that's insane.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean?
6'8", my giant with Billy Crystal.
Yeah. He made actually. I believe he made ESPN, and they featured him on that.
Oh, I may have seen that.
Some of the best footage, I'm sure you've seen this, Billy, is Derrick Henry playing high school football.
And Andy Reid. Andy Reid playing. Andy Reid
Right.
in the punt pass challenge. Yeah. It's the greatest video you'll ever Google. I mean, it'll make you smile because Andy Reid's a lovable guy.
It looks like an adult playing against
His helmet
kids.
doesn't fit.
Yeah, same thing with, like, there are some humans that are just genetically different.
Yes.
And then you see, like, oh, yeah, this is who makes it to the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Then you have me. What did I do while everybody's playing football? I'm learning flute. There you go.
Yeah, you're a flute boy.
I'm a flute boy. You're good. That's some good fluting, boy.
So do you have any kids that you know, when you coach, because you coach the football as well, right?
Yes.
And you see, because have
you dreamed of that a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Of being a coach. I'm not saying necessarily football, but like my dad coached my soccer team, and I always thought it was like one of the coolest things. You know, it's a memory I'll have forever. You know?
I mean, my dad never coached, right? So I would hope that my son appreciates it, even though I'm harder on him
He will.
others.
Yeah.
But my dad wasn't in the military, so maybe it's harder for my son because my wife's like, hey, you need to calm down a little. He's not one of your Marines. I'm like, they're all my Marines.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like the way you said that. My God, I got goosebumps.
Billy, I need to hire you to make my sons tough.
Why don't you have your son spend like 1 weekend
No,
with Billy?
they couldn't do 1 weekend.
One weekend.
Start
How about a Sunday afternoon?
No, we're going to start 5 minutes at a time. There's no way.
One handshake. Give him one handshake and then start with a handshake.
But yeah, so making your sons and the kids tough. How hard? Okay, Billy, how hard is that for you? Because I'm sure you get. Well, I guess the fact that they all even chose football.
Well, it's never the kids, man. We know the problem is the hardest part's the parents.
Because it's a commitment.
Hard.
Right.
Okay, let's start back up for a minute because we can go as long as we want. So my son at one point wanted to play tackle football because he saw that I love watching the NFL, and so he grew up with me watching it, and I think he's like, I'll play tackle football.
I just want him to love me.
And but he's
Maybe
not a
he'll
sport-
love me if I play tackle football.
Well, that's what all the kids think. And I started looking at it, and then we started deep diving of like, okay, well, what does it take? And it's like 5 days a week practice, an hour a day, and sometimes more, and then games on the weekend. Yeah. Like, it is a commitment more than just like, there's some other sports out there. Like, there's other sports that are like, it depends on how deep you are into it. But like tackle football, it's a commitment really because the game is complicated and you have to do a lot of practicing with kids to even learn to get through a football game, right?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing they have to hurdle is for them to get over the fear to hit another kid. Mm-mm. Your parents are telling you all these times, don't hit that person, don't hit him, don't hit him.
It's a violent game.
Right, and you need to have a little bit of dog in you. That needs to just come out. That needs to come out at just the right time. And then when you got to go back, just put it back in the cage and go home and do what you got to do.
You're inspiring me. I'm ready.
You know
to
what I
hit
mean?
something.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, so, I probably say this, and my wife probably wants to kill me. But every time I bring it back to the Marines, right? Every combat tour I did, I was still a young man waiting at home, doing basic things until I got on that bird to go overseas. Once I was landing, once in Iraq and then once into Kuwait, it switches. And you have to say, oh, I'm not this nice kid anymore. I need to survive. Now, granted, I'm not saying football's like that, but you need to have that switch that you could turn on immediately to say, hey, I am on the field. Once I put that helmet on, the switch goes.
This is how I approach podcasting. The minute I walk in this door, I'm a joke dog. I'm a joke dog.
Oh, you got that dog?
Yeah.
Maybe we should get together and then we should do it. Before we start, we're barking at each other's face.
What we gonna do today? We gonna make some jokes.
They're like, oh, I think I just a little oil came out. Billy, we don't have a dog in them. My kids don't have a dog in them.
I have a West Highland Terrier. I get one piece of cheese that gives me diarrhea for a week. And then I got to go to a doctor. You know what they give me? Flagyl. Yeah. Look that up. That's a real pill. You got to give little pee-pee dogs, and I love pee-pee dogs. You give a little pee-pee dog a little Flagyl pill to stop its stomach from having diarrhea.
We have a Chiweenie at home.
Yeah. Oh, I love Chiweenie.
You're right. There are different species of dogs.
I have a little pee-pee dog.
What if you have that pee-pee dog in here?
I got that pee-pee dog in me, man. I take one piece of cheese and I go pee on the Berber carpet.
You're just shaking all the time.
Yeah.
I'm scared, no. I'm scared of everything. That's my Deion Sanders voice, by the way.
So, but have you seen kids come in and then find the dog? Is it you either born with the dog or don't have the dog?
It might be in there. It's just dormant.
Yeah.
You got to wake it up.
Dog.
Right. The biggest thing is they need to have faith in themselves.
All right.
That is the biggest thing. They all have it because who doesn't have a sibling that they fight with their sibling? Who doesn't have a kid at school that's picking on them and at some point they snap? They all have it. They just don't know how to control it, and they don't know when to use it.
Okay.
So we have kids on the team. Last year, they weren't as aggressive. This year, they're aggressive because they realize they're not going to get hurt. They only get hurt when they become timid. It's like if you ever got into a fist fight with somebody, well, if you know you're going to get hit, you're going to absorb it and enjoy it. You have to accept it. If you can't accept it, everything hurts.
Yeah. It's like you almost have
These are foreign concepts to us. I don't know if Billy knows that. You're in the weakest room in Orlando right now. You don't even know that. You're surrounded by weak.
Well, it's just the environment made me weak. I just show up.
We admire everything you're saying. Everything you're saying is right.
No one's running in here trying to fight.
Well, I
barely do anything.
It comes down to the end of the day. We all have it. You know what I mean? If you pull into a parking spot and that person pulled in front of you like, oh, I wanted to get that spot, but I'm just going to drive away, right?
Oh, no, I got that dog. You know I got that dog. I told Dwayne Schwintzes to get up out of my seat. He's a 7-foot tall Gator basketball player, so you get the hell out of my seat, Schwintzes.
So starting with the coaching and all these kids, they realize the commitment. They want to play football. Obviously, we've learned a lot more safety, and I know they've taken away. I feel like they've taken away too much, the pendulum swing too far. And then now it's like I heard in a lot of kids tackle football organizations, like they basically kind of weaned out the hardcore tackling for the most part and the younger kids. Is that true?
Well, Pop Warner did put in regulations to where you can't do certain hitting drills that used to be prolific when I was a kid, like nutcrackers.
Yeah.
Like that's all gone.
Or you get up from your laying down on your back and you turn around and then you.
That's a nutcracker.
Okay, that's a nutcracker.
Right.
Yeah. Or like the Oklahoma drill.
That's you can't do that. But that's in Pop Warner. Now, other youth sports leagues that are also in Florida, they still do that. But Pop Warner does not do that. But now kids have. The helmets are way better because I still have my helmet when I played, and I look at that compared to what my son had.
Right.
I have my high school helmet, and I have my Pop Warner helmet.
That's crazy you have that.
And I look at that, I'm like, I don't know how I didn't have more CTEs with this than what my son has. But then you also have the Guardian caps that they also utilize. It's that extra buffer that goes over the kids' heads, over their helmets. So a lot of the boys use it during practice. Our whole 8U team, and I'll give the credit to our 8U coaches, they went out and they fundraised with the parents, and they bought Guardian caps for all their 8-year-olds and 7-year-olds, and they wear that at their games.
What's the hardest position to teach young kids? Because it feels like offensive line is super complicated, and blocking is a harder concept for young kids rather than
That's hard for me to even do in Madden.
I mean, obviously,
it's hard.
Preface beyond quarterback, which is the hardest position to play of the entire team. They say it's the hardest sports position in the entire world.
I can believe that
because of how much decision making and control you have as a single player. because of the game.
Plus
of
skill, and then you need skill on top of it.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Yeah, so I think you're correct, right? So right now I am coaching the offense and defensive line with 2 other coaches, and just to show the boys, just to get down in a stance, how to get off the stance and not stand straight up, and try to show them that these things, that the positioning we want them to utilize, it's foreign to them.
Yeah.
So basically, you have to say, hey, you see that dog that's going to the bathroom and walks it out? That's exactly what you got to do to blocking, right? And lock those elbows in and jack up, and then keep driving your feet like you're trying to get it out, and you're just waddling. And to them, you look like a duck. And for them, it's foreign. But at some point, it'll snap again, and the concept, they understand it when they're not getting beat and when they're driving backwards.
Success.
Right.
Sure.
So you keep driving that home. Like our older boys, that our 12 and 13U, even our 11U, they're getting it now. So it's just the progression to constantly year over year. Oh, that's why you said to do that. Oh, that's why. And my son's one of those reasons. Like I sit there and I look at him and I'm like, I told you to do that. But, and he wants to butt me. I'm like, no, watch, do it. And he goes,
right.
I see. I said, yeah, Daddy doesn't know anything, but yes, now you get it.
Yeah. And that's a lot of that's repetition, a lot
Correct.
of it. And how much would you say, to kind of go back to Tom's original question, how much are your guys practicing? What's the schedule like?
We just finished 5 days a week. Now we're at 3 days for 2 hours.
So when you get back into season, it's just like my daughter's dance. They hit it intense, for like 2 weeks or a week, and then you back it down just a little bit to kind of preserve them.
Right. And I try to tell some of the parents, and I made it sound crazy because it wasn't like this when I was in New York. And coming out to Florida, I was like, wow, I've lost out on so much. Like, I wish I had what my son has the ability to have right now. And
the amount of practices?
Well,
you mean?
not just the amount of practices, the ability to do all this extra training that is out there.
Football state.
Right.
I mean,
so
we are a football state.
When football season's over, he's into baseball season and then training for football again, whether it's footwork, agility, track, all these
conditioning.
things. Yeah, he's nonstop, my son.
Wow.
He may get like a week off here and there, but outside of that, he's 1,000 miles an hour. Same as my daughter.
You know what? Now that I think about it, today I'm going to get home and thank my sons for not choosing 5 days a week.
It's a lot.
That's a rough
schedule. You see, Andrea, like even with dance and stuff, it's just like it's such a commitment, man.
How are you able to do that as a parent? Like,
so that's difficult, right? So it's not just the football that we do. We also have cheer. So not only do we have like just about 150 boys, we have about 150 girls that do cheer.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends of my daughters that the cheer thing is as big or bigger than dance.
Right,
I mean,
and it's
all
the
over the
same
place.
exact thing.
Yeah.
So it runs the same timeline as we utilize. They cheer at our games, so they're out in the heat, and then they do their cheer competitions in November for regionals and all that. And my wife runs that side with my daughter.
Cheer's crazy. I mean, it's like it's exactly the same thing. They're doing their conditioning, they're learning their routines, and then they're doing like every day, and then they back it down to 3. It's crazy how the commitment for the kids even is just severe.
Yeah, because like when my cheer season's over for my daughter, she goes right back to gymnastics.
There you go.
And then my wife's taking her to gymnastics all the time while I'm taking my son to baseball.
So what's interesting is I went because my niece is in band and marching band, and I went to Lake Howell High School football game, and on the sidelines, the coaches had monitors. Like, I just hadn't realized how much technology and seriousness is taken by
it's
like
real.
Local high school football coaches. Like, they had a tent set up with monitors to watch plays real time while with their players, as close to replicating as like higher end coaching can get. But I was like, whoa! I didn't realize
kids on the bench watching an iPad and what he did wrong.
They are taking it ultra seriously, of course, but also utilizing technology and all this stuff, and then like the amount of coaches and volunteers on the sidelines.
It's big business,
and it's partly because a lot of people want to be involved because that experience as a parent parent of you being involved coaching your kid's team or whatever is like a super unique experience that that only lasts a small portion of your life too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you go on to be coaching your own kid is like, oh God, that's so lucky to be able to have that experience in life. Have you experienced that yourself? Like you're just seeing like it's awesome that I'm able to coach my kid.
Yeah, I mean, I wish that my dad was an athlete, but not so much like I was. He just put all his time into me.
Yeah, taking you there and providing
every practice. He filmed every game. Always my biggest cheerleader. I mean, my mother too, but my dad was like one of those things. But he never coached me. He might have said things on the outside, but he was just my fan. Whatever I needed, there for me. I am doing what my dad didn't do for me, not because my dad didn't want to. It's just I wanted it more.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm doing it, and, I wish my dad passed, a couple days ago would have been a year, so he didn't really get to see Billy play as much.
Yeah.
So that's, like, one of the reasons why, like, the lights for Claremont is, like, my dad watching down on Billy play.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about that.
I dig that.
Because you guys are raising money to try to put lights on the field.
Correct.
Explain why you're doing this and where people can get involved.
Yeah, so they can help out.
Right. So basically, we're actually looking to raise about $120,000 to put up lights at Eastridge Middle School, because right now that's where we practice.
Okay.
As the seasons change and it gets deeper into winter, most of our teams predominantly make the playoffs. So we're practicing from 6 to 7, 7:30,
Right.
7:15,
Yep.
and it's pitch black darkness.
Yes.
We have our trucks on the middle school just to light up the field. So us putting the lights on the field helps us utilize Eastridge Middle School longer, and it's that balance that we can use with the school board and basically rent the fields by us putting the lights up. So right now we maintain the fields, we cut the lawn, we do the maintenance on the side, we add concrete on places where it needs to be done to beautify the school itself.
Sure.
And then we can use that field longer, and it comes with the leases that they build up with us with the Claremont Knights.
That's all. And where can people go to find out more?
So you could actually go to ClaremontKnights.com, and we do have a donation side on there for donations. If you just go right on that site on the homepage, and you can click on there, and there'll be a Zeffy or a barcode, a QR code. But you can go on there and just for donations. Every dollar counts. Right now we have the kids fundraising on a Snap Raise, which they put phone numbers in, and then family members and friends will come out there. But for the other people outside that we don't know your number, and maybe you don't want to give us your number because then we'll never stop asking you. Right. But you can go right to ClaremontKnights.com and right on that site and hit donations, and you can go right there. Because we also do sponsorship programs where companies can come in, buy a banner, and they pick an allotment. Some will help sponsor the child to play, because we do have a lot of scholarship kids who cannot afford to play. So we help a lot of families out when we can, and we find sponsorships for them or scholarships from outside agencies or outside families who say, hey, listen, this child can't play, we'll sponsor that child. Now, we don't boast it, we don't tell it, it's just it's between you. Say, Tom, you said, hey, I want to sponsor a child, right?
Yep.
I'm like, all right, just what do you need? All right, this is the child you're sponsoring, and that's it. And that stays between me and you. So no one else goes, hey, I heard you sponsored last year. Can you sponsor again? No, that's something out of the kindness of your heart that you do.
Right.
And I don't want to ruin your kindness, because your kindness can come every year if you wanted it to.
Sure.
Well, I want someone to announce it that I'm sponsoring.
Yeah,
the
you're like a drone show.
So that child.
I want some credit here.
I want the kid to change his name to my name.
But I could always shake your hand, and I'll make it all better.
Yeah, can he wear a jersey with my name on the back? Because that's how tell you.
Or on the bottom, sponsored by Tom Van.
Yeah, can the announcer just say my name instead of the kid's name?
Thanks to Tom Van for sponsoring Billy.
So, Billy, I want to ask you about, and I remembered a question I was earlier, that I talked to another coach one time for a soccer coach that told me that they can see how far the player is going at a young age. Like that, it's that drastic.
Adrian Heath used to say that all the time.
Yeah, I think it may have been Adrian.
Yeah, because he could look at a little bitty kid playing soccer. He's a big EPL player in England, and he could just look at a kid who's like 3-4 years old, and he's like, I know.
And it's very rare. All of a sudden, you find this kid, and I think this happens around the entire country, and that's why like excitement starts early on when some prospect starts in a young age, and all of a sudden they go to high school, and then everybody in the like, hey, this kid's better than like any kid in 10 counties around
Natural
here.
born dog.
Fast, intelligent, like has all these skill sets, size and speed and things like that. And do you run across every once in a while like a kid that is like, hey, this kid's got it
Right now, right today, on our team.
Oh, really?
We have a couple kids on our team that you could just see and go, all right, they're going somewhere. They're going somewhere.
They'll like at least you're probably like, I'd bet on this kid making it into a college football team.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, yeah.
And if it's not just football, it's baseball and track.
What are some of the traits that you see besides like size and speed? Is there some of it the dog aspect, and some of it like the passion towards the sport? Because there's a lot of people that have the size and speed, and you'll hear it from coaches all the time, but doesn't have that crazy obsession with football and wanting to get better.
That even happens in the pros. They get up there and you can just tell they don't care about it anymore.
I'm just going to say one word: work.
Okay, yeah.
How much work they put in on the off season? It's
is that the biggest overall thing you think matters?
Right? No, it's 100%. Because from where my son started to where he is today, every day, every year, when other coaches come to me and say he did good, he messed this up, he did this better, and this is better than last year,
right,
or this is something progressing, and I can see it. My wife can see it. I let him know I can see it, and then I can also say, hey, just tweak that. And then he tweaks it, and then I'm like, do you see the difference? He goes, yes. Now you got to practice that. It's the work they put on after the season's over.
That's hard. That's hard for kids. Like, I have 2 young kids, and like just getting them to want to work hard towards something is difficult. Mm-hmm. And if you know,
I think a lot of parents would say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a normal thing for kids. Like,
no.
I mean, it's not even normal for any adults or whatever. Like the willingness, the drive to want to work. Working hard is hard.
Yeah.
And like everything.
Write that down. That's good.
No, seriously. Like us as humans, like hard work. You burn calories, which used to be something you didn't want to do because So it's kind of like it's unnatural based on our DNA to want to work hard all the time. You used to have to do it to live, but it's like to just do it because you want something beyond survival is unique.
I mean, you just said it. Just do it. There's a reason they made it.
Right. So like my wife takes when it's not cheer season. My wife is amazing. She's everything that you would want in a partner that could help you out in this field.
Clip this out later. Seriously, I'll send you that.
Yeah. God, I need to learn from Bill. I never
a 31-minute time code. I'm going to send you that.
I've never said my wife's amazing on the air before. I'll write that down.
Killing it. They got the handshake. He's got the compliments.
I'd be lying. She's pretty average.
She takes my daughter to gymnastics, and my 8-year-old is doing round off, double back handsprings.
Whoa.
And she worked with her in the house, getting her where she is, and now my daughter has a little bit of a, like, what is that? Not stage fright. Man, not stage fright, but writer's block, right?
Sure.
And she fell once, and now she's, like, hesitant.
You can lose those moves. My daughter talks about it all the time.
And it's just in here.
You can fall out of it
right.
in your
she
mentality.
just needs to get back into it and put the work in.
Yeah.
Once the work is put in, it makes it all better. It's harder these days with the kids with the technology because everybody's on their phone and they're all playing Minecraft. And I say to my son, I'm like, hey, did you give me my 100 push-ups for the day?
100 push-ups for the day?
That's his task. Every day, 100 push-ups. He doesn't mask it, but some days he does. But it's, hey, 10 push-ups here. Get off the game here. You watching a show, every commercial, which I stream TV, so it doesn't no commercials anymore.
Right.
But if there was something you were watching, there's a commercial, bang out push-ups and sit-ups. Commercial's over, watch your show. That's your rest break. And then you just keep going. And then before you know it, it just comes natural that you're just doing them Because you're doing that.
You got to put in the 100 push-up rule.
Well, I can't even do that. I told myself, I
got to do those today. That's on my routine. I'm like, oh, God, 100 push-ups. This kid's showing me up. I got to work harder.
And I start slipping Billy. I didn't work out on Monday. And I'm like, whatever. What the hell am I doing this for?
All I've been dreaming of today is a Costco hot dog. That's all I've been dreaming about.
Really?
Yeah, I want one so bad.
What am I doing? All these dumb races of metal, stupid. I start talking myself out of it. I'm like, I just want to drink. I'm like, I'll just drink some beers.
Well, see, that comes after the work, right? You do the hard work first, and then you celebrate yourself, and you say, you did a great job. I'm going to treat myself.
Is it hard to keep him motivated on that stuff? When you see him slip, like, how would you get him back into it?
It's hard. I mean, he's 10.
Right.
Yeah,
they're kiddos, yeah.
So when it's a competition with other kids, he'll be constantly. He'll do it all the time.
So you're finding his switch.
So yes. So during the spring, I signed them for another football league just for the spring, so just to keep them going. And those kids were in a competition, 100 push-ups every day and sit-ups, 50 sit-ups, and they were doing it and they were showing it on the video. Hey, we did this. And then all of a sudden it was over the competition. I told my wife, I said, watch, it's going to stop. I'm like, but it's not going to stop. He doesn't know that. It's going to keep going. And so you got to just. It's hard, but you have to tell them, hey, if this is what you want to do, and you're upset that you're not playing this position, or you're upset that this isn't going the way you thought it was going to go, well, I can't do the work for you. I can only show you how to do it. It's for you to do the work.
Right, it's you. It's all in you.
So, okay, real quick, Billy, I want to have this conversation with you. Last night, we were watching Stand By Me in my hot tub, which definitely doesn't make them tough.
I mean, but that's a little different than 100 push-ups. It's like you're watching Stand By Me eating a honey bun in your father's hot tub.
And,
which sounds amazing, by the way.
And the boys were shocked when the kids were smoking in their treehouse, right? And Stand By Me. And they're like, what are they smoking? Because they don't see smoking as much anymore, right?
But tough kids smoke,
and I'm like, well, this is and really, I had to explain like they're stage cigarettes, the kid, which I don't even know is true or not.
I'd have to look that up. I don't know if that's true.
But we were explaining like in the 1950s when this movie was set, like kids did smoke cigarettes in the treehouse, like it was different.
That
back
was
then.
like a naughty thing to do.
So let's just talk real quick about like you growing up playing football and the differences because
Staten Island,
like when I played Pee Wee football. In the 80s, like the coaches would call us the F word for gays all the time.
Right.
And you
were also weighed, right? Like you were in a poundage division,
but
right? The 50-pounder.
I remember it rained one time in Miami, and the red ants came out of the field, and they made us practice anyway. We're all getting eaten by fire ants. And
that'll toughen you up.
The coaches were like they were tougher on the kids, and then like certain like I remember being denied water. Like remember that was the thing.
That was a thing. My soccer coach used to do. I remember throwing up.
The moment they say,
you can't do that.
Can I get water? The whole team gets a break.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a safety thing. Just because of the temperatures here.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
when feels like 106 today.
Right. So, I moved here from Staten Island, but I'm originally from Bensonhurst, Brooklyn.
Okay.
So I played in Brooklyn, but our football field was literally field here, sewage plant here.
Whoa. That is a natural tub.
So we're all toxic Avengers. We're all playing our way thing, right?
Yeah.
But go ahead, you were...
No, I was I like reminiscing about the good old days of how the coaches could be meaner to the kids.
Oh, we puked. We'd run a mile, and then like we tried to run it as fast as possible. No water. We'd be throwing up.
There was no crying. There was no nothing. There was just all hard work, and that was it. There was no sympathy. Oh, what, you hurt? Is the bone protruding from the skin?
Right.
No, you're good.
Walk it off.
Yeah.
Right off the field. I mean, it was different. I mean,
and now I'm sure there's concussion protocol. Like they hit their heads too hard, and then now you're shining a flashlight in their eyeballs. Oh God.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we did have some kids where I had to sit them, and I had, hey, listen, you can't play because I'm looking at you. You don't even know where you are. He's like, and he's all upset. I'm like, I get it. But for your safety at this point, at 12 years old, 13 years old. Like I said, I played, and I know I hit. A free safety was coming downhill, and I was doing a sweep, and I went, boom, head to head, and I just saw Tweety birds. Sure. And I just jogged off the field, ready to go, and then I went in for the next play. Like nothing. Because at that point, I mean, there was no forethought on that back then.
And that can be really dangerous. I mean, like practicing in Florida can be really dangerous. You guys have to take this stuff seriously.
Right, because, I mean, when I played, it was 92.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm 48.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I've been so... I mean, I still remember the plays that I ran, and I rocked someone's world. I remember those days. And that's where I'm waiting for some of... I have some of our kids at our last game against Lake Brantley. One of our kids came out and just laid him. My son laid somebody out. I said, hey, look what you did. He goes, I remember that. You know what I mean? So it's those moments that we recollect and that I appreciate now when I'm reliving it through my son.
Yeah. Oh, God, I wish I could. I want to relive my youth through my sons, but they just watch anime all the time.
Well, I mean, you could dress up like a ninja and you go in the backyard and LARP a little
but they're not doing anything I used to do, so I can't relive my youth through them. Like, just like, sitting and watching anime.
Would it be weird for you to coach other kids while your son stood on the sideline and watched anime?
I don't care about the other kids. I don't care about my kids. That's the thing.
That's the way it works. And that's one of those things you have to really show that if you're harder on your kid and then you're harder on another parent's kid, you say, listen, I treat them all equally.
Yeah.
It's just like, I hate them all the same. I love them all the same. They're all going to pay the same pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The moment you show a little bit of favoritism, then you're going to lose the parent, which loses the kid.
Oh, yeah.
And reverse.
Big time.
Right?
Big
so
time. It's a package deal when you get them.
Right.
Yeah.
So you want kids to want to play, but you want them to do something to better themselves on the backside, because if not, they're doing an endangerment to themselves.
How do you handle the parents? I've heard from other coaches that coach young kids.
Well, I was a ref. I was a soccer ref.
Oh, really?
And the kids were great. I love the kids. The parents were the meanest human beings on the face of the planet.
We tell them now in the rules, you have a problem on game day, come talk to us on Monday. You don't talk game day. It comes when
That's
everybody's
a great rule.
Everybody's calm.
You're going to poison the well, man. Don't do that.
And everybody's hot. Say we lost. Maybe we didn't lose. We won. But you're BSing about something. You know what I mean? So you leave that for Monday. We'll table that.
It also gives you natural time to chill out.
Right. And then I could sit there and then you can explain things a little bit more politically. Because you still got to handle everything with kid gloves.
Sure.
Because not every kid's the same. We have a kid that's really good on our team, and you get a kid that's not as good going up against him. You want that a little bit because then it makes that other kid better.
Yeah.
But then you also don't want him to embarrass him because then you lose him forever.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. Is that another coach from a different sport told me one time that they're like, the parents care a lot more about the winning and losing than I do. Where I'm like, I care about making each kid better. And then sometimes it's not synonymous with winning a game.
Yeah, it may not
it's
be.
like rotating kids in, making them individually better. It's like, I want my group of kids all to be better. And the games, everybody wants to win games, but my main goal is just to make the kids better. And sometimes that's not, synonymous with winning games. How do you feel about that? Because in winning, you want them to want to win, but then you also want the worst kid on your team to be better, and
year after year. Yeah.
And then,
Right. So, we want every team to win, right? Because we have a winning team, we have a winning league, we have kids come to us.
Yes.
And then all our kids essentially go to Eastridge High School, essentially.
Okay.
Right? Or they go some private school and they become these great people. And where'd you play Pop Warner? You have parents get upset that they're not winning, right? But then you also have those same parents that are upset that their kid's not playing a position that they want them to play. But, okay, what do you want to do? You want your kid to play a position, or you want to win a game? If another kid is better at that position to play the game, and we can utilize your child someplace else, and he's doing a good job, it's actually benefiting us, and we're winning. So where does this lie?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that about, do parents sometimes try to delineate where their kid's going to play? And you're the coach, so you would know best of where the kid's going to excel. Because, again, it always comes back to you wanting that kid you don't want to lose him. You want him to put him in a position, set him up for success.
Correct. And then it comes down to the conversation of, hey, if it's not my team, if it's another team, I say, well, is it a safety issue? No. Well, then that's the whole coach's decision. The coach's decision says, hey, this is my game plan. This is where it's going to work best for us. And that's how we utilize that. And, you're going to have starters. You're going to not have starters. It's just everywhere. Not everybody starts. You might have, but in Pop Warner, you have a minimum play rule. So every kid plays, Yeah. So but if they're doing really well, then they're getting more plays because they're progressing.
Right.
And that's the point. we feel like sometimes some kids feel like practice, like they're not getting enough. They're just not putting enough work in. They're getting more work at work, like during practice.
Yeah.
During the game, hey, you guys are in. You know, while you guys are in, make the best of it. Show us that you need to be there. You know what I mean? And in that instance, we have a brand new kid who's friends with my son in school, and they play on the same team for the first year, right? He's progressing. He went in. He made a nice tackle. He did the J.J. Watt slam and everything, you know? So these things are happening. It's just not as fast as parents want them to happen.
Yeah.
And the kid's not clicking yet that it's happening. It's just naturally coming out.
How do you handle refereeing with these games? Because now, like, we're so just.
God, you sound like me on game day. I'm looking at my TV. Ugh.
As I'm thinking about this, we're all watching
Villain.
professional games being filmed with video replay and all, and like you could see a blade of grass.
Yeah. Let's go to New York.
Out of bounds and stuff like that. And then so we're all used to that kind of technology. Then you get down to these local kids football games and. Like, you know, the refs are trying their best. Like, most of them are volunteers and stuff. And then they get called. Even, I'm sure parents are filming them. And then there's like, no, he was inbounds. You know what I'm saying? Because now there's, you know.
Oh,
so I
man.
imagine this is a tremendous pain in the ass.
So the referees get paid.
Okay.
And
all right.
most of these referees now do high school games.
Oh, wow.
So they're not just fly-by-night
Pretty high
volunteers.
level of ref, I
right.
would say.
So they're
Yeah.
coming in. They have to. Pop Warner tests them. They have
Okay.
to get tested. They have to know the rule book. So they're doing their job, but they're human, right?
Yeah.
So we have a film crew that goes up and films the games, and then we go back. Like I yelled at my son. We got a touchdown called back on us saying he was holding 15 yards. The running back's 15 yards downfield, and my son's still going, and I'm yelling at him. And then I'm watching it. I'm like, wait, you didn't do anything wrong. And I yelled. I said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. But look, this is you. But there's no reason you should still be engaged when the running back's 15 yards down the field. Disengage, right? I know you're angry. I know you're frustrated. I know you wanted to get more. But now you lose a little G2. Cut it back a little. You know? You see the number of your running back? Stop running.
I hope
Stop
you start
hitting.
talking like this to your kids. So pointing at your brain, use a little G2, or slapping them on the ass.
I'm talking about anime. I'm like, look at that fan service, obvious fan service. Look how big her boobs are.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
That's the one thing
Come
I
on,
do
guys,
like about
use your
anime.
G2.
Billy, you should watch them. Anime are big.
Yeah, they're big.
So real quick, plug the website one more time.
So the website is ClaremontKnights.com. And you can go on there and hit the donation section.
There you go.
And you can just put right in there.
right.
ClaremontKnights.com.
Very easy to do.
Well, Billy, thanks so much
super
for
fun.
Thank you,
coming
gentlemen.
in.
I
Thank
really
you for
appreciate it.
being
It was,
here.
it was enjoyable.
And I guess the last question is this something that you volunteer with?
Yeah, I don't get paid.
Okay, yeah. So it's all volunteers.
So this is the lowest paying weird job we talk to on the
Right.
volunteer
Yeah,
dad.
you know,
And a lot of hours a week probably you spent on this.
It depends.
But the
you know.
memories, man.
The
like-
memories are forever, right?
Yeah.
So it's the gratitude of getting paid for my son's success
Yeah.
and where he goes. And especially, I mean, I don't coach my daughter's cheerleading because I don't know what pom-poms look like. So, but, you know, the gratitude that we get back from our kids is, you know, Coach Lowe out of McCoy, he does a lot of practicing with kids. It's your ROI. What's my return on my investment?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, my wife and I have we have a 23-year-old daughter, and now we have a 9-month-old granddaughter. Oh. So watching them progress, like my son-in-law used to play MLS for Chelsea.
Right. Oh, wow.
And now he's a Winter Garden cop. So
very cool.
It's that little progression to see where she's going to go, and in steps of, hey, our kids are doing great, everything's happening. What's next? And where's my gratitude is how they do. You know what I mean? That's my payment.
God, the spectrum of kids you have and the age and your life experience, a retired Marine,
Wild.
you've done a lot
And
more
you're young,
than I
right?
have.
48.
Yeah, I'm 50. You're young, man.
You lived two
You're young.
lifetimes.
Yeah, my God. That's that New York life, though. From Brooklyn. That's Brooklyn. It's a different animal there. Billy, thank you, man. That was
No, thank you. I appreciate
super
it.
duper fun. Anything else, my friend?
Nope, that's it. We will see you tomorrow. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube, and if you were there right now, you would see our very, very, very famous guest that we've had in here multiple times, and we're massive fans.
Y'all cherry. What are you talking about? I popped y'all cherry.
You did?
I was y'all First, y'all need to call me Daddy.
Well, I'll call you Daddy right now. Daddy is on the line. You know him, you love him, and you've probably seen multiple movies. And we got to ask you a question of something we didn't know about. But Marlon Wayans is live via Zoom. Good to see you, man. But I got to
too, man.
I got to ask you something just straight off because we didn't know this.
Well,
and
first, I need to go. First of all,
Yeah,
that beard, like. I've known you before that beard got that long and stink.
Yeah, you got to wash it daily and comb it, and you got to put oils in it. And
how many dead bodies is in that? I can smell your high school years.
I can part it. Like I can part. It's huge. It's huge. I'm not even.
Just start naming girls. Oh, Jennifer Mullins.
So good to see you, dude. Hey, Scary Movie. We didn't know, and we're shouting between rooms. We didn't know. And hopefully I'm okay saying this, we didn't know that was stolen from you guys. We didn't know any of that drama. We had no idea.
It was taken from us like America was taken from the Indians.
Rich white guys love taking.
We're takers.
Y'all,
we come from a long line of takers.
You got to get rid of white folks. Y'all take over everything.
We do.
No, the rich,
America,
the poor whites, the poor whites don't take nothing.
Even other whites, y'all take over.
So first, congratulations on the success of the new Scary Movie.
Thank you, man.
I mean, over 230 million globally, and it's about to be released September 5th on Paramount Plus streaming, so people could watch it there.
But it's the triumphant return.
Yeah. Congratulations on that. But let's talk about how that happened and like the franchise. You did 1 and 2, and then but not 3, 4, and 5, because a lot of people don't know that what happened.
Well, I mean, thank you very much. And we just wanted it back in our hands because it was like watching your kids. You raise some kids and then they leave the house and they become crackheads and strippers. And you're going, they're not doing right. I know I taught them better than this. And honestly, I thought, I didn't really watch 3, 4, and 5. I think we had to remove ourselves. Sure. I got nothing but love and respect for the Zucker brothers. We just have two different tones in comedy, but we love those guys. And, this was more of a Weinstein Wayans thing. So, everything is it's serendipitous. You just got to trust God, and God has his way of handling all your enemies. So we just kept it moving and created White Chicks, created Little Man. I went on to do a whole nother horror franchise, which was Haunted House. And it's all good. And then Scary Movie came back to us and we were able to hit it out the park. So thank you to the audience for staying with us, and grateful to the people.
So people want those comedies, though. They want those type of movies.
So, Marlon, when this happens...
People need to laugh. Yes.
Yeah. When this happens, Marlon, and then the other, let's say, industry businessmen, right? This is all entertainment business. When they see, like, you guys leave the franchise, then you come back, like, Scary Movie 2 was what year now? I'm talking, because Scary Movie 1 was 2000. And so,
man, you know how much liquor and weed I don't have.
Anyway, so then
you asking me years, bro?
But let's say
years later. Remember my nephews and nieces' names. What are you, crazy?
Let's just say 20 years later, all of a sudden you guys are back and do it like the way you want to do
your style,
it, and it's
with you writing,
and it's a tremendous financial success. I mean, this proves to everybody, like, oh, they know what they're doing. They know what audience likes. Like, you proved it through the success of the movie that you reinvigorated this franchise, and it's super. Like, does this then now give you a pass to do so many other projects because they're like, oh, they know what they're doing. They know how to make money from a franchise. Like, how much new opportunity does this give you?
I mean, I think people always know we know how to make money. We've generated billions of dollars for Hollywood, just in terms of even for TV and movies and everything that we've done. So I don't think that was ever a doubt, or the people ever doubted. It's just, I think it was a very specific thing. And on the outside, like I said, I'm very grateful to God that he made this happen the way he did. And, God, vengeance is his. And I'm very happy that we were able to make the world smile first and foremost, because I really feel like the world needed to smile. This next generation, they don't know how to roast. They don't know how to take a joke. We have so much to teach this next generation in order for them to really dig and siphon from their generation all the dark stuff that they're scared to explore. This generation needs to laugh at. And, we came up with movies, TV shows, great cartoons like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and, Coyote and Roadrunner, where it was hitting over the head, and Tom and Jerry, where people got hit over the head with hammers. It was dark. It was dark. They had social, political humor. It was dark, but yet it was funny. And I think that it's okay to explore those things. I want to bring that back to this generation. And I think that I'm grateful we made the world laugh this summer. And inside, I'm like, face, beast.
Let me talk about him.
Yeah.
How much football? Because you've always taken care of yourself. We've always made jokes in here. You'll pat my belly and say, like, "Hey, man," and I'm taking better care of myself. But let's talk about you and how much.
Well,
football...
even if you didn't, you're growing a beard so long it's covering your belly.
Exactly, that's the goal. That's how I tuck it in there. How much football did you actually have to play? Like, how many reps were you doing to make that look believable? Because I finally got to see the film. It's great. I'll say it's straight up crazy. It's a crazy-ass film, but how much were you actually playing? How much were you actually doing out there?
I did some playing. I think Tyreek did a lot more. I did all this training and stuff, and I really worked on my body and my spirit in terms of meditating and getting in touch with the character and the darkness of the character and really connecting to that and being the villain. And exploring like the vulnerability, even in the sinister aspects of it. But I was doing all this football rehearsal, and I got to sit. It was like, all right, Tyreek did his thing, and he was throwing rockets, and I was like, man. So I went to set, and I went to go throw, and my director said, hey, what are you doing? I said, I'm about to throw the ball. He goes, no. He said, you see that guy with that funny hairdo? That looks like you. He's gonna throw the ball, not you. And I was like, oh, you little doll. And I was like, I'm done. Because it was funny. I went to football camp. I'm pretty uncoordinated. I went to football camp and what's his name? Jordan Palmer's brother was teaching a class on football. He was teaching Tyreek. So they were working on stuff. And he goes, all right, now Tyreek, we're going to work on this pass right here. It's a post pass. And you're going to count 3 steps and you're going to launch the ball there. And then I went up and I went to throw. And he looked at me, he said, I threw one ball. He said, all right, here's what we're going to do. I said, yeah, what kind of route they going to run? He said, we're going to teach you to walk again.
They're like, this is like, we'll bring it us.
And I said, hold up, you gonna teach me to walk? He throwing bombs. I said, this is my last day coming to this class.
Right.
So, Marlon, we've talked to you about this before, but it's like it's evident even in your schedule at the Funny Bone, because I want to remind everybody that Marlon's going to be at the Funny Bone for 2 shows Friday, 2 shows. Three on Saturday.
3 on Saturday.
And then 2 on Sunday.
At a time when comedians come in here and they'll do a 1 show on Friday, 1 show Saturday, skip Sunday. Marlon Wayans comes in and does a 2, 3,
7 shows. And
come on.
And me and Daniel laughed when we saw that because we
expected it. I was like, he's doing a lot of shows, but I didn't expect you to do 7. My God.
Your work ethic and your grind has all, for years.
We use you as inspiration to never stop. Seriously.
Yeah. Bro, it's all about the work, man. Everything is about the work. It's not about the glitz, the glamour. It's not about the money. It's about the work. How good are you? I want to be able to be in any situation. When I turn it on, I can be funny. I want to be able to be, if I need to close, if I need to be middle, if I need to be host, if I need to be opener, whatever it is, I'm continuously working my craft so that when beyond the stage, when I go to the writer's room to write a movie, I have the audience ingrained in my head and I got to know what makes them laugh. Where did I go too far? And if you do enough shows, you can hear the oohs. And even though you got to ooh, sometimes you got to dig a little more in order to get the ha. So I'm trying to be a scientist in the art of comedy. So I think you got to put in the hours.
Although there are plenty of comedians and people, myself included, like I've been doing radio and broadcasting for 20 years. If I'm going to go do another radio show or a broadcast or whatever, I'm not even looking to see who I'm doing. I'm like, I got it. I think most people are like, oh, I've been doing this a long enough time that I just got it. Or I'm like, I'll do the standard 2-2, take Sunday off. Like
3 on Saturdays, man.
Yeah, but you keep
because
grinding.
I have right now. I have one set in the chamber ready to shoot a special, and then I have rehearsed that so much. I only need 3 months once I got a set to really rehearse it to do it. I can literally do a brand new dope hour in 6 months. And then I'm working on this new set that I want to tour with after I drop the special. And once that's concreted, I'm going to start working on the next set after that. So for me, there's always something to do, right? You create these sets and then I can shuffle the deck and put them all together and make it weird.
There you go.
That's all I want to be able to do I want to be able to have enough studying and enough work done that all I can do between the synapse from welcome to stage Marlon Wayans to good night, I can have as much fun as I possibly can. Who knows if I'm going to die on the stage? I just want to have as much fun as I possibly can in those moments. And that's not just for stage. That is my life.
Can I ask you about cigars?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Liga Tridente is my cigar brand.
Yeah.
We make them in Honduras. We're about to sign a distribution deal, a wholesale distribution deal. So we're about to we went from 5 locations to 100 locations. And I think after we sign this deal with this wholesaler, we'll be in 1,000 locations. So, it's great cigars. They're premium leaves. And,
how'd you get into cigars?
I love the world.
How'd you get into that?
I don't know. 2 brothers I knew, it's funny because I met Victor, who's my partner in the cigars, through my ex-girlfriend who we have a child with. And I was just like, I don't know the purpose of this besides this damn baby. And then I met Vic and he had these great cigars. And I was like, oh, wow. These are wonderful. They was like, what do you need? They was like, well, we're looking for a partner and somebody to help us to make these 6 and then to sell these 6 and distribute. I said, bet, I'm in. And then I realized the purpose of me and her relationship was the cigars. It's not the baby. The baby's the headache. The cigars is I'm joking. I got 3 real gifts out that relationship. One is first and foremost my baby. I love that little baby. I should have named the cigars Axel, because that's how much I love that little thing. She makes me smile all the time. And I know I'm a little old. I'm 54 and she's 3.5. So basically I made my own grandchild. And that's where I treat her. That's where I treat her. I'm like, I give her a bunch of sugar and then I give her back to her mama. All right, here you go.
You just celebrated a birthday. That was like, what, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, I celebrate. I just turned 54.
Happy birthday.
So for me, cigars is part of cigars, golf. Thank you very much. That's part of my frequency right now. I don't want to be out in the clubs. The only cigar club I want to be at is a cigar club or a golf club. You know what I mean?
There you go.
So Liga Tridente is the name of the brand, and they're really wonderful sticks. We have 7 different profiles, so make sure you check them out.
Marlon, last question. How often do the Wayans family get together and as a whole
just to
group?
Be a family?
Yeah. Like, because everybody's busy. I imagine it's super hard, but do you guys find time to do some sort of family type
Real
of
family
a big
stuff,
group?
yeah.
I try. My house has become the place where everybody comes to hang out. So we do Thanksgivings and, sometimes I'll just do a random barbecue. We did my birthday. So, we gather, not as much as I would like, but then again, we're in my house and I don't want it messy. So that's too many Negroes in my house. So I think we're going to rent out the Staples Center and or the Crypto Center and do it there.
There you go. Do it huge.
Has anybody come to you guys wanting to do like a reality show? Because I imagine
Yes.
Okay.
And the answer has been hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reality of our show is we a bunch of crazy people. Why we want the world to see that?
Yeah. Well, that means you're normal, right? Because normal families are crazy. Everybody can identify with that, which is probably why your comedy's resident.
It looks real crazy when you're actually, our family, because we're a bunch of comedians and we have dark comedy and everything goes and we don't care. I think it'll be very entertaining, but we will definitely get canceled in a week.
Yeah. You
That's
know,
fair.
me and Daniel have said that before. Like, we've been talking to each other for 20 years, and off the air,
Oh, my
we
God.
say some stuff that would
Not good.
I think bikers would be like, God damn!
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, they would. They would be.
But and you're right. It's like, so sometimes people just, even though everybody will tell us, like, well, that's the stuff we want to hear. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys have always done entertainment
But you
on
know-
your terms.
When I do it on stage. That's my home.
Yeah.
I get to do what I want to do, how I want to do it. And if you judge me, you can walk out. I don't have sponsors and things like that when I'm doing my stand up on stage. And that's when I'm completely free, completely vulnerable, completely honest. And I don't care. There has to be a forum where you don't care. Even if you know, like if you just have a room where you guys hold these conversations till you retire, go do a podcast after your podcast and really talk about your podcast and say the things that you didn't say on the podcast because you was too concerned. And then when you're finished with the podcast, drop that as your next podcast and it's already done. So all your fans will be like, oh, that was their real experience. So, or their real feelings. And this way you don't care because you're out of corporate America.
Right.
You know, 100%. But then that podcast, though, the real one will become the one that is the most popular, and then it'll get back commercialized again, and then we'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
and then just keep
Then you'll be rich as hell.
Yeah. Well, that's the part we're not doing right now. That is the one.
Well, I'm definitely not working as hard as Marlon.
No.
Gotta get it.
Hey, get those tickets. Funny Bone. 7 shows for you to choose from. 2 on Friday, 3 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure talking to you, man. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
the
man.
time.
You too. Where's the best place to golf? Either one of you golf. Where's the best place to go
You got to
golf?
go, man, out of Disney. They pick a course. I mean, they've got so many courses out of Disney that are like top level courses.
There's also like Bay Hill, and then there's a. I mean,
we are golf land around here, and I'm sure somebody can get you some passes for sure.
I'm going 2 days. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right, brothers.
Yeah. Take it easy, Marlon.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
Take
man.
it easy.
Cheers.
Remember, it's Daddy. Say bye to Daddy.
See you, Daddy. We'll talk to you soon. Love you soon, Daddy.
I can't say it.
Always good talking to that guy.
Marlon Wayans, that guy is a crazy grinder,
workaholic.
That you look up at someone's net worth, like, which is interesting, how close that is to reality, because not that many. I've heard some celebrities talk about it on podcasts and stuff where they'll be like,
I think he could even be worth more than the number you gave me.
Yeah. So on the internet,
I don't think we're factoring in his new cigar. The chat room. I'm glad I brought that up because I don't think the chat room even knew that he's dabbling in other businesses and stuff like that. I mean that's got a tinge of ultimate wealth, and when I mean ultimate wealth around here, you talk about ultimate wealth, you think of Shaquille O'Neal. And he dabbles in so many little things, whether it's Papa John's, whether it's the car washes he has. Have you seen the new beds he has or rooms to go that are just for big people? Like, this guy's always dabbling in things that will return.
He just bought a portion of the Lakers.
There you go.
He bought out, I forgot, some family shares that have owned it for a while, whatever.
But Marlon, I think it could even be higher, because what was your number?
It's $40 million.
I think it could be higher.
So, but even then, like $40 million bucks, you're 54, you've been doing stand-up.
You look 34.
Yeah. And
God, I look 64.
And then you're coming into Orlando, you're doing 5 shows, or 7 shows.
7 shows. 5 would be hard. 7 is, I don't know how you do it.
7 shows, and then it's
3 on a Saturday's nuts.
And I think he doesn't feel good without doing as much as possible. And some people are wired that way. And it's like, because obviously, he's got a goal, and he says, like, he's trying out new material, new special stuff, like, so he's got, but again, there's no financial reason to do it per se.
I want to do just enough.
Yeah, most people because
no, we're not. We work a lot harder than we. No. I mean, like even to get to his interview, we had another interview right up to it. We had to tell that person goodbye without properly telling him goodbye, and then jump on. Like, we do an element of working too hard.
But again, hard work is subjective. So everybody's version of what is actually hard is
you got to dig into your soul,
them,
I think, a little bit, and are you being honest with yourself about, are you working hard?
Yeah. So then it's like the amount of hours, and then it's like the amount of extra stuff you're doing that you don't necessarily, you are making up these own goals for yourself. Like, no one's forcing him to go out there, like, do these shows. You need extra promotion. Like, he's choosing to do this.
Right.
And that's a different type of hard work where it's not like, if you work at a company and they're making you work overtime and there's no other option, and or whatever it is, it's like, here's your job. This is what the company expects from you. So you don't have a choice. Right.
Right.
And then that's different than, I'm making my own schedule. I have unlimited money, technically. Even a $40 million is not unlimited. Like, that's subjective to people too. But what if you want $80 million? It's like, that's your business.
I think he does.
Yeah, it's your business. But also, it's not like all your bills are paid at $40 million, for the most part. It's like you're not doing it for the money. So then you're doing it for this goal that you set for yourself that's very hard.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you have all these different companies. You got these specials you want to come out with. You want to do X amount of shows, a month or whatever. And then you're making that schedule. Then you're holding yourself accountable to do it.
He didn't say it this time, but I think last time he was in here when we had him in person, he was talking about how he wants to be one of the greats.
Yeah.
And that is a goal. That's a different goal. Like, it's like most kids, me, you, other people, like, can look at something we want to do and be like, well, I just want to be good at it.
Yeah.
It's a whole different, like, animal when you say, well, I want to be one of the best that ever did it. That's a different switch.
And even like, if you tell yourself, well, and I think everybody can rest when they tell themselves they tried their hardest, right? Like,
sometimes people just say that, though, because you don't want to not say that.
Well, what's really trying your hardest?
You may not know.
Yeah.
When's the last time, you've said this before, when's the last time you ran full speed as fast as you could?
Well,
until you thought you were going to pass out. Well, that would be like trying your hardest, right?
Well, and then continue, like, so if you want to be famous, or you want to become a comedian, or you want to do anything, right? You could say, like, I gave it all I had, right? But I
think that's become a cliche, dude. I think people just say that.
If you really...
We did our best. That is a trope.
If a third party studied your exact schedule when you woke up, what you did minute to minute...
The answer would be no.
Yeah. They could probably point at lots of times, like, you could have been hustling at this point.
Now you're dipping your toe into that Rob Dyrdek scheduling app where he kind of preaches that.
Like, Marlon Wayans, like, he's telling himself, I can do 7 shows. Does he want to? Probably, like, not really, but he's like, he can do it.
I think he'd be honest and say he doesn't want to do 7 shows. But in order to be the best, you have to do 7 shows.
Yeah. He could probably do 8. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if he sold them all out, he would. Guaranteed. I'd bet my foot on it.
Like, and then, so really, what is trying your absolute hardest? That's subjective too.
But here's the number one thing. Here's the number one thing.
I know I'm not trying my hardest at this job.
Oh, I never try my hardest with anything I do.
But
maybe in the bedroom. Maybe in the bedroom.
Not even then.
Yo, I do it there. That is when I excel. I'm a Marlon Wayans of eating it.
And then sometimes working your absolute hardest is kind of...
It's a detriment to other things you may want to do.
Yeah, that, and even a detriment to what you're doing if it's art. Like, because he could probably do 10 shows, but the 5 of them would suffer greatly.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So then it's not necessarily a time spent thing with art.
Well, let me ask you my number one question about Marlon Wayans, since we've had him in here.
Yeah.
And it's different asking him than asking you. Why do you think he is so relatable and nice to everybody, seemingly? Like, whether it's the club staff, whether it's us, other radio shows that he goes on. Is it the way he was raised? Is it his family?
It's all that. And it's part of being successful. Like, if you are a D-head or you don't want, like if he wasn't so nice, we wouldn't keep having him on. And I don't know.
But he asked for us too. Like, there's a relation. No. We have a relationship with him. Like, if I comment on something he has on Instagram, he'll comment back. It's not a one-way street, and it's not purely promotion.
Yeah, I think he's generally a nice guy.
But there's something, I think that's how I think that family maybe, maybe they're a better unit than we even give them credit for.
But also, like, he also knows that being successful in the entertainment industry, there's a portion of just being nice, cool to work
reputation.
with. Yeah, if you're cool to every really successful entertainer that I've encountered, I know there's anomalies and there's people outside of this, but like the comedians and stuff, the ones that have had success have all been cool people.
Yeah.
To deal with,
He's
And,
one of the coolest.
Like
Guy Torrey's up there too.
Like every once in a while, you could be a complete D-head, like a Gene Simmons, that every single person has had a bad experience with. Even I saw a newscaster said that he's like, here's a retro picture. I think it was a weatherman, the local. He's like, of the weirdest day at work I've ever had. It was him and Gene Simmons. And I'm like, I've heard only negative things about Gene Simmons. But he just got right place, right time. And then the popularity of Kiss propelled him from this career. But no one wants to work with that dude. No one wants anything to do. No one wants to be around him.
There's a lot of mixed stories with that guy.
Yeah. I'm sure sometimes he's nice or whatever, but it's just...
Oh, you're always going to have a sometimes. Yeah. But for the most part, there are a lot of bad stories about that guy.
Yeah. So, but, for Marlon Wayans and other people, like, hey, I'm probably a good person, a nice person to begin with, but it helps me to do this in all elements of business. Is to be cool and for every media to want you to have, like he tries.
And he may not always want to do it. Like I always think of this stuff. Tell me if you do this too. And this is my anxiety. Like when I'm looking at him, we were looking at him via Zoom. And if you want to see that interview, if you're just listening to us on the radio, you can see it on YouTube, youtube.com/@TomandDanLive. But what was interesting is he had a backpack on, and I'm like, oh, he's going somewhere. But he's knocking at his interview before he goes. And my anxiety starts going crazy about like, oh, God, he's just fulfilling. But no, but he would have answered any question. He would sat there and talk to us for as long as we needed him to. And he had other things to do. I find that it's pretty fascinating in a time when a lot of, I don't know, there are a lot of celebrities out there that wouldn't do that.
Well, you can, and I tell myself this all the time, where I'm like, this is not going to make a difference, right? But he tells himself, just do it. Just do it, because how many more tickets, like even all the media does, like he's done it for 30 years. Like he realizes there's a certain element of like, you probably do a lot of media that doesn't translate into one ticket sold. Right?
Oh, I'm sure.
But he just does it anyway. Because he's like, the reps will, in some way.
There's some good there.
Something good.
Or find the good.
It's worth
Maybe it's not. Maybe you just have to tell yourself, I will find the good in this.
Yeah. Even if it's to make myself better at interviews or just trying to.
Or if somebody reaches out to him with golf tickets and he's like, well, I did that interview.
Yeah, got some
and I mentioned golf and I got like to play a Disney course.
Yeah, reach out to him and say, I heard you on Tom and Dan. I'll hook you up with this.
Golf.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. It'll help us out too. If one of our golf guys out at Disney on one of those badass Disney courses would reach out to you can reach out on Instagram or Twitter or whatever and just say, hey, Tom and Dad said for me to give you some golf, and I got you.
Yeah.
Do it.
100%.
Some greenskeeper, some starter out there, some golf pro, if you listen.
It seems how easy it is, or is it, if you have some insight in a golf course to get someone on as like a comp thing.
Somebody like him, easy.
It seems like if they have room, you're not, maybe you're making some divots in the course.
This looks good for the course. You have Marlon Wayans playing in your course.
Yeah. But it's like, it's not any, like, they rent a golf cart or, it's like really not that much to give them. They're like, you just let someone on your property, and then that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he'll respect it. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Remember when Butler bought him collard greens? No, hold on. The only reason I brought that up, we got a couple seconds here. Do we have a couple? Yeah, we have a couple seconds.
Yeah.
The only reason I brought that up is I would give Butler credit for solidifying the relationship. Think about it. He got so many jokes out of that calling us racist because Butler bought him collard greens that it solidified our relationship with Marlon Wayans. It made us memorable. We're the collard green guys.
I'll tell the story real quick. He came one day and he was hungry, and then he's like, God, I'm hungry. And then Butler's like, I'll run to Publix.
Get you some fried chicken.
And then he just came back with
fried chicken and collard greens and mac and cheese. It's like being in a black church. And then he started busting our balls. And we didn't even do it. Like, I didn't go buy anything. He bought him the fried chicken, collard greens, mac and cheese with a roll. And he spilled it all over the couch. One of my favorite stories. It's one of my favorite stories of all time.
All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Corporate Time.